マッチ1がビーストコーストとルミナシティゲーミング。まあ、ビーストコーストはもう可能性ないから、ルミノシティが3ポイントちゃんと取れるからね。で、SSG とミラージュ、オキシゲンとルミノシティ。だからルミノシティ6ポイント必要なのかな？ SSG とミラージュ追い越すためには。で、ダークゼロと SSG、M8 とソニックス、M80 とソニックス。で、ダークゼロとワイルドカード。言いましょうか。ハイドさん、こんばんはいらっしゃい。もちもちきなこもちさん、おこんばんはいらっしゃい。うわ、オレゴンか。
To start things off in a match that matters a lot for you, right? And you saw one of the strongest defender bomb sites in the game, arguably, that Oregon defense all the way downstairs on basement. And Beast Coast.
グリム多いな、マジで。
To be spotted too. So if Beast Coast can hit the bomb site with all 5 members alive, they have decent gadgetry to actually hit the site.
マツさんこんばんは、ケンケンさんこんばんは。今日誕生日なの？おめでとう。おとぼくさんこんばんは。
The sledge getting maybe a bit too sloppy upstairs. There's Fett, the new addition to this Beast Coast roster after a family emergency.
なんかミスター B の顔白くね。
Off of the team, Tristan subbed in and looked mighty fine, but then for
日本ゲーム大賞発表面白かったです。それ見てね。多分移動してたから見えてない。先週誕生日で TGS のチケット当たりました。そんなことあるの？
Big pick onto the sledge, but honestly, I don't hate of all the operators that Beast Coast has having a sledge go down first.
No, it's not the end. You still got the harbor, you still got those execute-oriented gadgets as well. What I really want to see though is Fett, you know, the coach of Beast Coast, just get in there and get some kills because we've seen coaches make some history in the past, make some good waves happening, and just getting some good moments for themselves. If you're not like used to playing Pro League, just getting your first kill on the board and getting on the server is gonna get you a long distance. So if I could just get a kill here, starting off on a positive note, I'll say that as a small doggy.
昼スケできないんだっけ？昼間出れないんだっけ？その影響かな？
An operator who gets immense value on this bomb site, the Flores, guiding the Rotero drones in. There goes the shields, playing by Laundry. Don't allow the same protection for Luminosity as Eddie pinged that and had to fall back. All the while, the rest of Beast Coast deciding, hey, let's take matters into our own hands. If it's not the drone, it's the Flores and Mr. B now amidst the gas, smoked by Eddie. 2 kills so far for the Fenrir playing right now. And we'll pick up a third. Pulling out the bailiff and finishing off Fett. Down goes Doc as well. Spiff the lone kill, make that 2, but dropped on by Silent. Luminosity picks up round number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Silent was never cleared inside of that big tower, so you just went for a late room flank and go through attic rotate.
いやでもね、ゲームショー今年ね、コンパニオンの人マジで少なかった。真面目な話すると。まあなんかご時世なんじゃないかな気するけどな。ジェットマンさんこんばんいらっしゃい。
Unlikely. That's certainly an interesting position for Twist to play in, by the way.
Got that rotate in the master bedroom closet and just extending the defense a little bit off the bomb site itself. We actually see walls in the EOL quite
でもさ、別に UBI さんがやってるわけじゃないけど、エクスペリア中心としたモバイルエリアだったのね。CG モバイルとディビジョンがあったところ、そのエクスペリアの私有大のお姉さんたちがなんか可愛らしいセーラー服のドレスみたいなやつなんだけど、めちゃくちゃ可愛いドレス着てんだけど、あと女の人もめちゃくちゃ可愛かった。すげえな。多分レイヤーも少ないんじゃないですか。僕今日ビジネスデーだからレイヤーさんほぼいなかった。なんか海外のストリーマーの人が結構多くて、その人たちが一部コスプレしてたかなぐらいだった。でも土日になったら分かんないけど、でもあるのかね、そのコスプレイヤー用の。昔はさロッカーとかあった気がする。ここで着替えてください。いやマジ少なかった。まあ今日ビジネスデーだから出てなかったのかもしれないんだけど、普通4日間出るんだけどね。今日はそんなに全部エリア歩いたけど、あんまりコンパニオンさんいないなっていうイメージだった。ミスクリームさんこんばんは。今年ほとんどみんなマスクつけてなかった。俺はさすがに怖いからマスクつけてた。PS お疲れ様です。いや僕は遊びに行っただけなんだ。今日エリアあるんであると思います。あ、じゃあ土日は結構いるんじゃない？ でもね、
Mr. B again, very much alone
その
downstairs, and
旧
then
フロア
gets
ぶち
called
抜き
upon.
で展示してて、物
You got
販
Solus
が
on the board at
橋
some
渡った
point. You
の
got
向
to
こう
be
だった
quite
のよ。
aggressive in the way that you drone
相当
that
広かったから
together,
さ。
even if Solus does
これエリ
in
ア取れん
fact
のかな。
counter you. 2 kills for LG. Spiff walking in as the diffuser looks to be planted. Fett might get away with this one scot free.
いやーだ、取ったとはいえ厳しいよね。あ、いいロック。ヘッドさんこう
That
じ
was just
ゃん。
LG walking right into him. Twist tops on the diffuser, and what ultimately was a closer round than it should have been. Luminosity still comes out ahead.
But it's so close in those rounds. And I mean, if Mr. B doesn't get caught out of dining, you know, 5 seconds before they push that go, second, 1 versus.
あ、CG テレ配信ちょうど終わったんだ。よかった、すれ違いで。
I don't really, I mean,
どこだ。
if you're playing on stage, the coach is always behind you, always listening in. I would imagine most.
いや、マジでこの車線凶悪だよ
I mean,
な。相変わらず。
This is the type of thing where Snake just does not need to do that. I mean, you think that you're going to beat Beast Coast. You think that they're not a very strong team right now. But why? You know, that's certainly a confusing one, but
Yeah, doing it 30 seconds into the round, it's like the attackers are gonna be in that balcony by now. So odds are he was like, I want to do this time, and didn't, you know, either
まあちょっとメンバーもあれだしきついね、ビーストコースは。
Because had he been there 10 seconds earlier, he would have likely gotten a kill instead. But it was simply just too late in the round to do
カイ
that.
ドバンだからな。ビビってる場合下にインパクト EMP 投げればいい。
double panel walls opening up.
去年俺行ってないもん TGS 現場に。わかんない。去年と比較できない。
There can be any
なんかオンラインでなんかやってるなぐらいのイメージしか
question.
ない
A
から
great
さ。
operator for them to get that first pick on the Legion, by the way, because you're probably
3年前の
three goo
なん
mines
か
down at that
TGS
point.
感はあったよだいぶ。
Yeah.
ラブラさん
Pathway
こん
to
ばん
the
は。
bomb site becomes significantly harder for the
でも
attackers
正直な
as
感
that
想言っ
clock
ていい？
runs and Legion
ビッグタイトルが
continues
一つもない。
to gain immense value.
もう出尽くしちゃってるからさ。各名が結構大きめのブースも
Sigh relief for Beast
作ってるんだけど。
We don't see this kind of attack very often where you actually attack the meeting bomb site from the
ま
lobby.
ああれ
We
か
almost
な
always see teams go from
唯
big
一フ
tower
ァイナル
into
ファン
meeting
タ
bomb
ジ
site
ー
instead.
7
And
やりたか
so
ったか
far,
な
Beastcoast finding
私有で
success
ぐら
and
いだ
having life in this round. Got lobby presence, got classroom
村子さんこんばんは
presence, and even got the
アルク
drone.
リ君が
Someone
感じ
figured
て
out
こう
until
全然で
Silent
きな
got
くて
the
結
kill
局
to
こうした
Spiff.
いい情報ありがとう今度いじろう
He's got the devil split right now where you have to look left, you have to look right. Silent, no deaths just yet. Sees the shoulder of the lion will engage in a relatively hard fight against Doc, not expecting Mr. B to be there in lockstep as well. East Coast doubling up on Luminosity at this point. This is the tertiary bomb, so you expect to lose. Diffuser going down yet again by Fett.
おーナイスショットうわまずいあ
Nicely played by Eddie.
あでもプラット取ったんだだったら話は変わる
And now he's
ツー
got
ビッツだ
aerial
し
support from Azen.
今止められたらもうバンジー消えてたんだけ
Through
ど
those kill holes.
気合で通したの今
Eddie and
マ
Close
ジ気合の1秒だった
of
ね
this diffuser, but no silhouettes particularly nearby. Doc could take him from the back. Eddie hops on. There's Doc to finish it off.
ジーブラさんこんばんは
Comment now
初見ですということで
on
初め
Azen
てちょ
to
っと
get
ありが
into
とうご
action,
ざい
but
ます
it's taken him a bit too long.
いや
to
デ
be
バ
a
イスは
factor.
デバイスメーカーあんま出してない
Allows Beast Coast to set
本当
themselves
一
up
部
for
だけ
the
ど
post plant a second time.
青天さん
and
こんばんは
have
しゃい
as the play to end the
漢字で
round
5
and
って
give
何
Beast
Thunder show posted up and ready to and kind of going for a sprint. And look where he's going here.
お V ボト君もやってる
Happening. Let's
い
see
い
a
そこそ
blip
頑張ってん
gameplay.
な
I know Monty's banned. It's a shame, but like, give me chaos, right? Give me the blitz gameplay. That the good old blue rush. It might not be the most effective way to attack these days.
そうね
because
龍
we
が
always see Warp
如
and
くは
Smoke in
めちゃ
those
く
kinds
ちゃ
of
大々的に
positions.
セガがやって
Photo
んだ
boards is always fun.
俺はでもセガが今度パブリッシングするんだけど開発全然違うんだけどフットボールマネージャーが日本語が対応してそれのコーナーがあって激写してた
The very first round, the very first death. He seems to be the main focus.
今年運悪くいけなくなったから気の持ちようがなんか久しぶりで楽しかったけどそれはなんかいろんな人に会えたとか懐かしい人に会えたところが多くて個人的にはなんかタイトルで興味があったのは真面目な話本当に何もなかった。あれ見ときたいなとかこれの新情報あるかなみたいなワクワクするところはほぼなかったね。
caught up to them for stage 2.
ネプリーグご覧になったことありますか？
There's still a lot of depth on this team.
ネプリーグ風の漢字問題ね。あれなんか漢字出てきて書く
They're
やつ
still
でしょ。
capable of signs of brilliance, even if they are the lowest ranked team in North America at the moment. So for Luminosity, you get a little bit too cute. Maybe you take too many
龍河君のとこでも
chances.
2つあるじゃん。
Ends up being a
桐
much
生の
more
話と
competitive
春日
match
一
that
番の
should be
話と。
especially given the fact that Luminosity are
俺春日
fighting
一番の方あんまり
to
興味ない
make
んだよ
that top
な。
6.
Yeah.
面白いらしいけど RPG に変わっちゃった時点で俺も興味なくなっちゃった。
aggressive for beastcoast currently. Rest of the team working out roam clear. You see the beast go out with the red pings, nades follow.
セガはいい会社。
Comes out of it, but it's a swing in the end for Fed. Finding that opening kill onto LG.
漢字の読み方わかんない。ネプリーグなんてもう10年以上見てない。もう今やってるのかもしれないし。知らないし。
Trying to soften up Eddie. Luminosity's anchors are the only thing that stands between them.
あとは俺カプコンだとね、ドラゴンズドグマっていうまあまあそこそこ人気出たんだけど、結構マニアックなオープンワールド RPG があって、でもそれも別になんか画面見て私有の画面みたいなんだけど、あんまり変わんねえなワンとみたいな。何が変わんだろうみたいな感じだった。
Tee it up and look for the fifth. He sees the tracers and knows where Mr. B is. Will Silent be kind enough to give it to Snake? That's the question.
まあ今年はみんななんかコロナ抜けれたねおめでとうみたいな TGS だなって感じだった。俺の感想としては。ドラゴンドルはもうすぐ2出るからね。ミスター B が切り散らかしてる。よく2本取れたな。
Realize that maybe we had a poor understanding and we need to take it more seriously. But hold on a second, Mr. B is off to the races. Twist scared off this position.
And there
he goes. This is a full blue clear. 25 seconds in and Beast Coast understanding what needs to be done.
オレゴンで3本取れたらでかいぞ。
Eddie Azen back on the board as well. Lion Fett taking some serious damage. Good patience, expecting his teammates to hold true. Freezer play from Doc puts Eddie on ice. Azen is trapped in the corner with a single point of HP, and it's Spiff to get the job done. Now round is over in 40 seconds. Beast Coast now won 3 rounds in a row, and they've got the lead.
So there are two things I want to address here. First one is I think the time that you start really
ああまあでもゲーム業界はめちゃくちゃあれだよ。横移動するから。 全然そのコナミとかセガにいるのも全然あると思う。そこはあんまりだと思う。まあコナミもいい会社だから。六本木ミッドタウンにあるし。今回コナミのボスエグかったぞ。あとなんかねメタルギアをしてたの。でなんかメタルギアを疑似体験できるみたいなブースがめちゃくちゃついてたからそこを通った。メンバー限定配信で写真あげるかもしれない。
And you're running afoul of a Beast Coast team that looks hungry and rejuvenated. Who found
サイパーのアップデートでしょ。その話は今日ちょっ
rounds.
と一緒に見てた人としてた。いや楽しみですね今日みたい
That blitz rush that we just saw could have
な。い
easily
や俺もやり直したいけ
cracked
ど
this round
アーマー
open.
ドコア全然進んでないから
Ultimately come up
それクリア
empty-handed
して
and
か
we'll
ら
have to try again.
I believe the desk said something
Como
about
que essa choca aí,
LG's
não está.
defensive win rate has been really poor in the last like 4 games, but that's no excuse to struggle these kinds of ways on Oregon. It's a simple map, very small, very compact, and it's very deep.
スコーズのブースねちゃんと本当にプロチームで唯一ぐらいの勢いでちゃんと儲けてたからびっくりした。
success here. They find the opening pick onto Hat. But they
フ
still
ナティックも一応あったけどフナティック物販ブース
and
っ
that's
ぽかっ
always
た
going to be an issue because if he wants to go, he can.
そうメタルギア3のねリメイクの私有はあったよ。
Push on in. As long as the team follow-up is there to assist Mr. B, Beast Coast still have a way in this round.
ネズノチさんこんばんは。
Numbers equalizing, but suddenly LG just punishing
ああ窓が全部
every
潰さ
single
れちゃ
player
った。
from Beast Coast.
まあここ近手ば
So it's closer than the score would suggest.
わあいいガスグレネードタイ
Though
ミン
the
グよく入
top
っ
of
た
white
ね
that。Spiff thought he had in control is not exactly his.
小島監督一切関わってなくてもさ別にリメイクは誰でもできんじゃない？
needs to be retrieved.
と俺は思うんだ
That
けど。
ensures that does not happen.
デスストの2はねもしかしたらこのゲームでも小島監督が日本にいないから多分新情報は出ないだろうな。でもそのトレーラーで公開された新しいキューピッドの形の何なんだろうなあれ金物って言えばいいのかな、まあ、売っててだからデススト2のグッズは本当に少しだけわずかにあったよ。でも高いねそれ1万円超えるからさ。
Three
あ
in a
と
row
ダイ
from
ハードマン
Beast
のマスク
Coast was
30万ぐらいで
good
売った
str-
I mean, you give the strategical aspect of the typical
俺は T シャツとアヒル買って帰ってきた
roaming positions. You know where the attack is about to be coming from, and you got all these tools to help you. The barber, the deployable shields, the gadget.
俺でもメタルギア3より4の方が好きなんだよね。3がマジ一番完成度高いと思うけど、俺は結構4が好き、ストーリーも含めて。
First half in terms of opening picks and how that directly relates to
東京
around
ゲームショ
one
ーで
is pretty much
EFT
perfect.
開発者
The
来
team
る
that's
んで
able to
いつゲ
strike
ーム
first
終わ
will
るか
then
ベ
go
ー
on
タ
to
終
win
わ
the
るか気に
round.
な
The
ります
only
ベータって終わるもん
question
な
I
の
have is I have round number 6
よっぽどのことがないとベータって終わらなかった
trade
ね
because there wasn't really any long-term advantage gained from that first pick.
監督今ロンドンだよ
Numbers hold that
なんか
bodes very well for
X 見たらロン
Luminosity.
ドンの
His hat's been
天
punished. The
気
warden
上げ
will
た
not be available for this bottom floor defense.
でもさ EFT のさブースマジで面白かったよ全然なんか物販のところにこじんまりとあったんだけど
Probably deployable shield, so I imagine that it got
マッチ
set
ョな
up
人たちが
somewhere
めちゃくちゃい
already.
て
I imagine it doesn't die in pocket.
コスプレイヤー
In
に
the
し
way
て
that
は
most wardens play, especially with this lineup
めちゃ
of
く
Beast
ちゃマッ
Coast,
チ
I
ョな
imagine
人た
that's
ちが
elbow control
みんな
for
と一緒に写真
Luminosity,
撮
and they'll take out Mr. B as well for good measure, putting Beast Coast in an even worse spot. They trade back though. Doc gets silent on white stairs, not before Spiff can die on sight. That means that the only on-site player is Fet. Doc roaming above, found out. LG looking far more formidable on this very first attack than honestly most of their defenses. And it's Fet who stands against this 4-player Storm. He sees the drop, but Twist ultimately credited with the kill as he
結構
falls.
攻撃通すなお互いに俺はな
Right.
The attack. I lost every.
あーピースオーか俺 PSP じゃなかったらな
Attempt at this laundry defense down
俺
below.
ピースオーカーがあんまり好きじゃないと
Laundry
ころ
showed up twice by
その
LG in
一応
round
さなん
4
か
and
プレス
5.
3かなんかでも出たじゃん
Neither of
PSP
which
と両方
went in
や
their
れますみたい
favor.
な
Both were quite
なん
lopsided.
かグラフィックがあんまり綺麗じゃなかったから俺好きじゃなかったんだよな
So it was a
Game
discussion to be
system
had
は
as
すげえ
to
いいな
whether
と
or
思う
not you want to go back to a bomb site immediately. Most of the time, the wisdom is that if you think there were small mistakes that can easily be corrected, then why not try again and give yourself a fighting chance? Teams will often talk about how if they got blown out and think that the opponents have them and their number covered, then you got to go somewhere else, keep them on their toes.
なんかベータバージョンで俺ずっと続くもんだと思うんだけど違うのかな
So that really
お
is
ゼ
it.
ブラさんフォローもありがとうございま
And
す
in this case, it's the matter of we wanted to play very far apart last round. Look at them now. They are neck to neck. They're back to back. They're foot to foot. Like they are standing next to each other on the bomb side, just waiting for LG to close in. For LG's side, they got 2 key operators. The Floors of Asian to clear out utility. The Melusi guy to defend
セクシーゴリラさんこんばんは4号はですということで仕事お疲れ様です今日木曜日ですかね
今週もあとちょっとで土日休みの方終わりです
俺の昼の仕事はねなんか出社義務があるわけじゃないんだけどまあ最低週3だねだからマジでゲームしてない俺本当に昨日久しぶりにシージのテロハント20戦ぐらいやったもう全然エイムがどっか行っちゃったエイムをどこかに置き忘れてた
Currently, with 3 members pinging towards that big tower, it seems to be a back take for LG.
Forego the elbow pressure, at least for now.
いやなんか従来のオレゴンって感じするな時間かかってんね
Allows 2 separate players
うわ
from
めっちゃ
Beast
ドンコ
Coast
さ
to
ってる
play
あと3つ
by
か
blue
厳しい
by
ね
elbow. Aizen might be the only player from Luminosity there.
休みからちょっ
And
と来た
misses his
いい
flash.
ね大
All
事
right.
よ
Not that it would really matter
労働
because
者
there's
の
a
権利だから
warden of hat that will be able to just spin around and quite easily
あ
see
ーザ
you.
オレゴン
Not him to get the kill. Mr.
Ah!
B and Spiff actually pick up both of them. Finally, Hat gets on the
ハット
board.
強っ
Beast Coast thwarting this advance
Yeah,
from
ザ・オレゴンだね。
Luminosity. Very nearly flawless.
ザオレゴン
Only a single kill from LG.
なんかフェットって人知らないんだけどめちゃめちゃいいねミスタービーと同じぐらいテンション高め
No, it's not.
Where we see impactless in one round.
Yeah.
俺今日マジでさ
I don't have
結
a
構その
photographic memory of
X 見てたん
every
だけ
single
ど
kill, but
NA の結果
I
は
mean,
マジ
even
で
if
分
he's
かって
not
ない
getting high priority picks, it's still the utility usage that is very critical here. Playing mute on the upstairs dorms bomb site now likely means locking
土曜
out the
休みだ
extra
ったんだ
points
け
for
ど急遽
drones
仕
to
事
get
得ら
in.
れました
One drone will
あ
scoop
ちらを
out the
立てれば
windows, so
こ
there's
ちらが
obviously
立
gonna be
た
areas
ず
that
ナチコさんいらっ
aren't
しゃい
covered, but
キ
I'd
ム
imagine
シェイ
probably towards
こん
attic,
ばん
maybe
は
white stairs, maybe over towards trophy. Just cause a headache for Luminosity.
Tension by both teams here. They both want to contest the master bedroom closet. course, Mr. P has that keep a barrier, can patch it up, reinforce the wall if he wants to.
MRE レーションが分からん。
reinforcement left available. It's just
いやでも土日クソ混みそうだぞ
balcony.
マジで一般で気をつけ
You
て
see
ね
the outlines though, 3 members and mixture of the roof and big windows. So I'm not really sure LG knows what they want to
ちな
do
み
in
に
this
今日は
round.
本当に会場めちゃくちゃ暑くて
Might be some
なんか
nades below
本当かどうかわ
from
かんないけ
Ayana,
ど
might be a
エアコン
swing
壊れ
around,
てたらしいの
might
ね
be falling first in that master bedroom balcony.
It's a shame to
それが一
lose
般デ
the
ーまで治ればいいけど
Salmas
さ
and the Ace so early on. And Beast Coast.
ボールめちゃめちゃ日本楽しんでたよ昨日俺ボールとかと飯食いに行ってたのよミカ様が
Last
セッ
two
ティング
rounds
してくれて
decided by the team that gets the first pick as well. So, if anything,
去年マジで人いなかったでも出店ほぼしてなかったんじゃない
Vault in from twists, evading.
そうコロナ普通に流行ってるんだよだから今日みんな全然マスクしてないんだけど俺もうバッチリ完全防備だった
Twist comfortable enough in the coverage to get the diffuser
アメリカ軍
down
の
and will
戦
do
闘
so
職
successfully
あそう
as Beast Coast just keeps falling by the wayside. But hold on a second.
そうだよねリアリティ TV のコーチだった人だよねだからこれコーチなんだよ
Then
今出てる
immediately hops on the diffuser.
お
Nobody
ー
from Luminosity
ペ
sees
ット
it.
活躍してるじゃん
Wow.
テンション高っ
Unbelievable.
Cover Coast. Do all the
いやこれ3ポイント取らないといけないからなこれもう排水の陣だぞ
if you are, they gotta show us that they
It's also a
What
tech pause right now. I don't.
結構排水の陣よこれルミノはルミノ頑張れビーストコースはもうねなんで応援してないかっていうとグループステージ敗退確定しちゃってるからさ
he gets droned though, and the gig is up. He's actually been misdroned as
なん
far
かい
as
る
we
ぞ
know.
なんかいたね今
Foundation check inside the small room itself. The drone
いや
started
まあ
on the
この辺り好きなん
staircase.
だよなミスター
So
ビ
the
ー
question is now for Mr. B,
思い切る
you're playing a
戦術
fine line.
これどこ
When
に
do you flank? He doesn't know
あー
how
なる
many
ほどね
attackers are here. We know there
うわ
are
これクリアリング
three.
漏れてるかもしれ
He
ない
might only hear one or two. And again, he doesn't want just a kill. He wants to try and get an interrogation or double.
うわうわ
Actually love the unconventional plays and Mr. B with an
まずいです
opportunity.
これ欲張ったんじゃない欲張ったよなそれ欲張ったよないや今のはダブルキルすべきよあでもかぶっ
We
た
get
あ
traded, but still, what a huge play by Mr. B. Knocks 3 players down, or 2 at the minimum. Hat, proverbial broom who sweeps up the rest of the garbage. A 3v2 for Beast Coast still as Hat dies,
俺が
but
コロナになったらまあね
Luminosity knocked off their stride.
そうなるかも
Victory
しれな
here
いけ
for
ど
Beast Coast pushes them to match point. Again, the
いやわかんない
stakes
真実はわかんないけど
for this
冷房壊れてるらしい
very
って噂
high
聞
for
いたけ
Luminosity.
どあまりに
Beast
暑す
Coast
ぎる
aren't really playing for the same level or
イン
playing
フル
at
と
the
同時
same
にかかる
level.
場合があるんだだっ
And
て
they don't have
夏
the
にインフルエン
same
ザ流行ってたよね
goals
ち
that
ょっとね
LG has. LG is in a
しかもなんかなんとか株見つかってたよ
dogfight to make the top 6. They played 2 matches today.
俺言うてでも
LG has
3v2
a
になってる
great opportunity to make it. Obviously, it will be incumbent upon how that SSG Mirage
そう
game goes.
通訳マグですマグが通訳してくれた
watching what
マグともう
opportunity
一
they
人
have of making
日本語
top
がめちゃくちゃうまく
6
て
evaporate.
英語喋れる方がいらっ
It'll
しゃ
be
っ
a
て
really, really troubling
その
spot.
2人にお願いしてた
East Coast prevails in this round.
And it's
ミカさんね
still
自己微妙に治
And
って
yeah,
な
the
い
interrogation didn't go off. But he has a double injury, and more importantly, the assistance from Hat
あ
was
ちょ
there.
TG
He
層だちゃんと
guaranteed
病院
the
行けって言ってる
3-for-2 trade, which heavily favors defense. And LG, of course, also
じゃない
losing
と
the
手
mental
術し
game
ない
on
といけな
this,
いから
not droning properly, almost get interrogated, being put in this position, and now they gotta pick up the scraps. 3v2, it's clutch time for LG. They got 30
あー
seconds
ちょ
to
っと
go.
決め手が
And they're both right by the bomb site walls, but isolated across the
お食事配信っつっても
They can't get an early pick there in trouble, and there
そんな
it
にコミュニケー
is.
ション取ってるわけじゃないか
The
ら
only one to try
英
to
語
get the
喋れる
diffuser
メン
down.
バーでわー
Eddie
って
had to
喋って
cover.
て
What's Eddie going to cover now?
喋れ
With
ない
his
メ
2
ンバーで
players
わ
from
ーって
Beast
喋って
Coast
て
still upright. No diffuser to be found, and it's the roam from Beast Coast that comes home and delivers them a 6th round. Beast
あれこれルミノもう敗退じゃない
Then the rest of the team can be really the second and didn't work out, and you're gonna go, oh no.
いや結構ねなんか手術してるの
Luminosity
い
takes
る
their
のよ
time out
喉
as well.
風
Imagine you take a
喉
top,
風邪なのか
then
な
you
なんか
don't
ウイル
drone
ス性の
small
喉
tower
の
to
症
Caveira,
炎症だと思うんだ
almost
けど
gets a double
ク
interrogation
レパピ
on
もな
you.
ったし俺も多分なったんだけど俺はそこまで
Only
重症化しなかっ
imagine
た
the hurry that Aizen had in his step to try
トモ
to
ズさんとボールを
get
叩いてか
close,
ぶってじゃんけんぽん
prevent that from happening.
日曜のステージでやるかもしれないよ
And to make matters worse, now LG have to attack against the most difficult bomb
確かに
site
東京ゲームショウってなんで秋なんだろうね
where the struggles struggled previously due to the big turtle setup from beastcoast.
過去はそのタイミングになんかビ
They've been changing it up,
ッグ
right?
サイトが空い
beastcoast,
て
they
た
roam
みたいな
around, they
話
play
だったんだ
passive, they're running out the building, staying indoors, they're trying to keep LG really on their toes and guessing as to what exactly is the
めっ
pace
ちゃ
going
日
to be
本
like
楽
in
しいっ
these
て言ってたよ。
rounds.
なんか
And
さ
I think there's a very big
ニューヨー
reward
クと
for
かよりも
this.
全然
Look at
綺
the
麗なんだっ
time.
て日
A
本っ
minute
て。
has flown
なんか
by.
ニューヨークってさ
LG
日本と
are
同じ東京と同じぐらい綺麗なイメージあるじゃん。
silent, droning
めちゃ
himself
く
in.
ちゃ綺麗でめちゃくちゃご飯が美味しいからもう楽しみまくってるけどさ。
They're gonna take at least half the round to probably know the map is really clear from roamers. And then you got almost interrogated last round. You're probably gonna have a tiny bit of doubt in your mind. There might still be someone roaming somewhere just because you made that mistake previously. So strategically speaking, beastcoast in a phenomenal spot in this round. All they got, quote unquote, all they gotta do is not throw their bodies for nothing. Play those trades, play close together, and force LG into those very uncomfortable kinds of gunfights near the
まあ
box.
ね、ペングに続きボールも来てもらったからね。
Damage has been done yet in one of the slower rounds that we've had between these
次
two
は CG のイ
teams.
ベントでね、チーム呼びたいよね。もう俺が言ってもどうなるわけじゃない。
Luminosity's preoccupation
居酒屋さん
with
こんばんいらっしゃい。
playing it smart and playing it slow, but this can be a tough bomb site when you get into brawls to come out ahead on. See, you can get an early pick. By early, I
で
mean
も
in the
次
final
順番で言ったら
moments.
シャイコあたりになるけど、シャイコも来てるからな。
Buyback tower
シャイコも
stairs.
MNM も来てるからな。シャイコソロとフもう来ちゃってるから。あとはもうブラジル勢じゃない。
Not retrievable at the moment.
ネスケとか。
Eddie trying to secure
あで
the
もブラ
kill,
ジル勢来てほしくない？
damage by pillar and will now dump all
ダブルセブン M でも全然いいよ。
utility in a double drop.
直にヘイジ。
Mr. B is there,
うわ
block on the
ー、
board
ザ・
as
オレゴ
well.
ン。
Spiff still bleeding
ハッチ
out.
が全然
But
使え
suddenly
ね
Beast Coast is winning every engagement. All hope rests on Eddie, but it's the D.
なんか一番今日一スムーズに一番勝ったじゃん。
With a loss. 4 rounds in a row.
すごい。
And beastcoast, they still surprise
コ
and they
ーチが
still
入ってるのに勝ってる。コーチも韓国の人なのか
Station and
な。
Mirage, both teams.
いやでもさ、あれなんだよね。今日本当にさ、特に中国の方なのかな。めちゃくちゃストリーマーさん、海外のストリーマーさんかメディアさんの人が多くて。ジャンゴさんこんばんいらっしゃい。ブラジルメンバー来てもいいんじゃない？リキッド、ダブルセブン M。
Even had a lot of looks on consulate here in the North America League. I
まあ、あ
think
と
you
ア
and
ストロとセ
I
クシ
have
ー
only
ケ
actually
ー
casted it once ourselves.
キ。すっごいところから投げてる。
Really easy
そんなところからいけるんだ。
to trick this wall.
いや、よく研究してん
A
な。
big change from the consulate of old.
SSG とミラージュ、ここ結構あれだよ。山場だよ。これ直接対決だからね。だからもうルミノシティないか
That's a
ら、
lineup.
これ多分、SSG は勝てば決まり。
A missed opportunity this time.
Good
Placed
assist.
a little bit more gingerly for Space Station and allows them
シーセ
unimpeded
同説4
access
万、
to the
3、4
site
万普通じゃない
or
からね。
directly to the site.
最強の顔芸エンターテイナーだからな、ジンクシー。
Consulate was not put on a diet, quite the opposite actually.
いや、ああいう人は
As
必
you
要な
know,
のよ
it's。a very big map. They added an
いや
awful
最近
lot
でこ
of
そイベン
rooms.
ト出るけどさ、加藤純一さんってイベントに呼びづれじゃん。それ
Worth
と同
noting
じ
that
カリ
the
ス
way
マだよ、
that
あいつ
he
は。
got that breach off, they sledged the soft layer on the exterior wall, then to put the thermal
あー、
charge
確
further
かにね。
inside, protecting it from the explosive radius
確
of
か
the
リキッド
impact
で
grenade.
英語インタビュー答えて
And
るの
just
パルだけだ
here,
から、パルしか喋れない気がする。
Yellow's presence,
ダブルセブン M だと
presence,
ペリポックスだ
obviously got
ね。
that primary breach
そのあたり
opened
ちょっと
up.
弊害はあるかもね。
Mirage is slowly gonna start feeling this pressure, but that opening kill hasn't happened yet. It's very important in this round.
MNM がメジャー優勝したら各チームこぞって RGI に参加希望したらしそう。
Selfishly, big backpack of Maestro spotted Mirage suffering 2 losses right off the rip. J90 and Forrest credited with those kills. Now Forrest getting the diffuser down, close to, ultimately succeeding. You can hear that trend line go off. Rampy far enough back. It's his former team that he's squaring off against.
いいね、診療時間
He
も普
gets
通に出始めて
outdueled
き
by
たね。
longtime teammate and duo of Fultz. Now it's up to Kansan in a 1v4 to try to recover. This bomb site is no longer his. It's been taken over by the interlopers of Space Station. Forrest committing a team kill as both he and Fultz swing at the same time, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
スカーズのファミふざけてネロに、いや全然怒んないと思うよ。逆にピョン君とか MNN めっちゃリスペクトしてたし。
I take round number 1.
And I think already now it's very evident that SSG, I think they do happen to play the second one map. They're all kind of got to that. Well, we're ready now. Well, they just went for it. It was so from a teammate that if a gunfight occurs, you can make something happen around it. But typically on the constant rework, you'll find yourself 2 or 3 rooms away, or even if you're close in like proximity, there's a lot of walls between you, hard to act upon it.
ああ、ジンクシーね。ジンクシー意外に SSG だから。意外なやつ忘れるけど SSG だから。
substitute to the smoke ban for a certain deny that the Mirage they want in this round. And that's one of those things that happen when you see these cheeky direct target bans come out.
自分で純子って呼ぶんだ。ID も純子なんだ。なんで純子なんだろう。ジンクシー何言ってるか分からんけどいつもあいつでも純粋にでも一個だけ言うことあるけど、あいつマジでパッドじゃん。あんなにパッドでうまいシージの人ってなかなかいねえなと本当に思う。マジでうまい。
All the tables in it. I think it's just called like office.
淡々とさ、指示する MJ とかに比べてやっぱエンターテイメントだなと思う。
room that has the usually would be the breach right there.
I think it's just called office.
そうだよね。最初俺も
called like office is the official. Yeah, compass
パ
call
ッドと思わなかったわけじゃないけど、あれこの人パッドじゃねえと思った。めちゃくちゃうまいのに。明らかに視点移動がさ、PC と違うからさ。
Don't ask about the tables. Okay.
すごいダブルフラグ。ダブルつける。意外にこうやって見ると領事館天井高いね。今の展示室だけかもしれない。
You need a lot more precision as you can see to blow somebody up if you throw it from down below. Appears that the emphasis for space station is to control of those windows.
1試合少ないからさ、ミラージュはもうここで3ポイントとかで積むんだよな。
Vertical was roaming over by Spiral.
ラクさんこんばんいらっしゃい。
Also looked like Kansan was playing
アルファパック開封しまくる配信が一番おもろい。そうなの。
and only now does it look like Space Station are starting to feel comfortable with how they want to approach
ジン
this
クシー
top
さん
floor.
声が大きい。草。
Game of cat and mouse between Nuke
俺も
and the
声
Soul
大きい方だ
African.
と
I
思
mean,
う
of course, Vertical can see the Nuke scatter when active on the scanner, but they don't know each other's whereabouts. But they're right above and beneath one another. The nades below, the fishing from HST has not paid off so far, but they're just waiting for those final members to get in position to then hit that execute button and hit the side itself. Oh boy. What the free kill.
And indeed it happens. Kansan was looking for one earlier on in the round and had done some damage, hot and cold, just playing a bit too aggro with very limited support.
彼イエガーのブラックアイスだけ持ってないんですよ。それで毎回紫当たると興奮するんですよ。猿みたい。いやでもそれもさ、なんかエンターテイナーとして優秀だよね。流れがちゃんとある。いやこれデリバリーのスパイカーが見られてるスパイカー。いやーフルツ。いやナイスカバーナイスカバー。フルス対決だねそういう。おおランピ 1v1。J9O はチームメイトじゃないな。趣味派で前作れるか。趣味派で前作ればいいのに。いや今趣味派打っとけばよかったけど趣味派打ってる間にやられちゃうのかな。アシュなしで一回見せる。またタチャンカ使う。タチャンカに目覚めたランピ。いけるんですか。ランピさん。
Whether you want to approach it from the bottom floor, whether you want to approach it from the top floor. Right now, it looks like Mirage is well spread out all over the map.
Reloading. Cover me.
The person who's taken any damage so far is Forest.
そうなんですよ。領事館が先シーズンですかね。予約されて、で競技シーンに今シーズン来たって感じですね。まあでも面影はありますけどね。なんかボムの位置とかだけですけど、1回は相当変わりました。MSMN さんフォローありがとうございます。
It's a matter of sound cue and time right now. Does Ashen here? He's right there, Ashen.
No. No. A bit of a jump scare. Ultimately, though, you get rid of the Soulless. That's a hindrance that will not be present for the tail end of this round. If you attempt to get that diffuser down, a Soulless playing below can be a major pain.
CG 配信で領事館はマジで無理って言ってます。
Taking care of vertical early. That's good.
まあでも仕上げていかないといけないからな世界大会に向けては。絶対切ってくるチームある。
Hot and Cold's trying to open up the floor, to open up the canister of the mirror window.
一番最初に領事館
bomb site later on more executable. And as you see, they have this strat where like they play 4 grenades, they go below, try and find something, but they don't. The guns they hit the marks, but they trade forward and back.
There's more gunfire going out between these teams. Hot and Cold using grenades. SSG really favoring those nades to be tossed in, dislodging the defenders.
Oh my!
Not showing the same level of success that they've had in the past. Spiker doubling up on kills.
いい気張りやな。これで
30 seconds to go, and Hot and Cold will be boxed out of that door. The
Kiba
barrier going up. Instead, now SSG will rotate around and look at the bomb site through the projector room. Down goes Ash, and it's all up to Hot and Cold. Unless he can get SSG's newest player back up. He's toiling. Can't seem to accomplish it. From yellow over towards console now. So the shotgun out in the moment that Hot and Cold is able to take care of the Kiba barrier. Another one will go. Dying moments of the round, and Hot and Cold doesn't know where to go. He vaults in. Mirage picking up those final.
Defense. Flying up to the ceiling. What teams like to for the current hold, just do a good old top-down. I do like the aesthetics here of saying, okay, what do the defense want? They want intel. Valkyrie,
そう、リアライズのさ、オーナーのヒー様と会いたかったんだけど、全然会えなかった。めちゃくちゃ混んでたね。混んでたけど、わちゃわちゃだった。
You cannot plant inside of tellers. You have to get either archives control in the basement or try and find a safe plant somehow. On the upstairs side
結局話し込んでたらもう全然そんななんか人と合わせることが無理だったわ。
Got a new change to Pulse, by the way, where we actually don't see what. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was very confused because we had that prolonged period of time where it was just showing that heartbeat line. It wasn't actually showing what was being visualized. Split bomb site now. So you saw what, 2 players from Mirage down in server, it looked like? Yeah, on my count.
Oh, you'd be right.
It's called catering, apparently. That's the compass call out.
Catering.
I believe, if we go back to Vert. Well, now his picture is covering it, so.
会場めっちゃ暑かったよ。
Well, I think it is catering.
Walks right in, down he goes. Ashen traded out by Rampy. So an early pick, but not much is accomplished. And look at how close Hot and Cold is to the bomb site now. He doesn't hold the diffuser, Fultz does. So even if Hot and Cold is able to get in, there's no objective that can be done. It's a goo mine, and well, he's not able to get out fast enough. Cans pouncing upon the exposed and vulnerable Otten. Advantage going back in favor of Mirage.
Yeah, I mean that's not the synchronized push that we saw last time. Hot and Cold in a very front and forward position with no backup, no intel, and nothing to really act off of that. Had he stayed alive or gotten a kill there, it could be massive for the team to disrupt that defense downstairs. But now because he died, SSG they got a fumble around the bomb site.
治ってればいいけど、デイ1もマジでエアコン全然効いてなかったよ。
Probably not.
物販の方は効いててさ、1から9のその展示エリアの方が全然効いてなくて、もうみんな疲弊してた。クレイジーラクーンの打ち矢が飛ぶように持っていかれてた。
SSG ultimately just not droning out this portion of the map from electrical into
server. お、強っ。
Really not going well, but J90 and Forest get on the board. They were exceptional in the basement all the way back in round number 1.
SSG はまだ大丈夫。だからこの試合取ったらミラージュが落ちるね。
Forest holding that diffuser now, waiting for the final
ここでもう多分順位確定すると思う。
Rampy with Forest finally in. Only
カバーできるか。おお、ナイス J9 を。J9 はやっぱ強すぎだろ。
for Space Station.
And it comes off not gunfight. That's
yeah, you're the boss. It looks like
their dog. Attackers. Okay, about bounds.
いやマジでムンムンだって。外の方が涼しかったんだけど。風がいい感じに吹いてて。帰りはもうなんかちょっと台風みたいな風の強さ。
They disappear.
I don't know if you mentioned the rest, but we got word from production that if SSG lose 7-5, they then need to beat DZ 7-2. If Space Station lose 7-4, they need to beat DZ 7-0. I think beating DZ 7-2 is doable, as unlikely as it might be. But beating DZ
わー、袋
7-0
工事。
is unheard of.
いや、なんか SSG 合わせうまくなってんね。わー、これは。いいとこで待ってた。挟まれてるー。
top yellow sees one drop skylight finished off just a floor below by Ashen, still on yellow stairs. It ensnared Rampy at that point. Now it's Kansas and Blake Keepoy on the main floor. Hunting drones, seeing some utility above as well. Waiting, just governing over those stairs. He had an idea of where he needed to go. It was Fultz, and he's unable to accomplish too much.
That's tough. Seems like Vert off the Solus is paid off for Mirage though. Kansan seeming to find much more value in this particular operator. He's playing it playing a little bit better in that role. Vert, however, very important job for him. Warden on the bomb side. Can see through smokes and flashbangs if that ends up being the case. What was a very beautiful from Space Station got answered back by Mirage
キレを
pretty
作ってる
effectively.
のはあるんだ
Back
け
down to
ど
3 versus 3.
単純に距離感がいいね
Three
SSG の
attackers alive, follow the spaceman attack, put you in a decent position.
時間を空けて準備が整えつつあるようなイメージで見える
Mirage closes it down to 2. Comes a lot harder.
呪術をここでもう10キルだ10の3
2v2.
Just picks back and forth. 30
完全な
seconds
止
to
め
go.
てあーこれエリア取れて
Now
ない
holding
ね
the diffuser. The only kill he's had so far was the one earlier on. You cannot afford to lose Ashen this early,
Yeah,
especially when there's a plant to be done. But there goes hot and cold. You might not be able to lose Ashen, but you certainly couldn't lose hot and... Now it's Ashen to walk into garage.
あ無情のレーザーブルームシェル
Playing by pillar,
当てる当てる
marching forward.
当てる当てる
Swung on. He loses the fight. Mirage
ホットゴール
have
ズだ
their
この前
revenge on...
It's kind of to make you
be entering the to or for teams rather.
いやでも
Figure
俺
out
シー
what
ズ
the
ン
best way to approach something is.
SSG は特にシーズン中にチーム仕上げるっていうのはどういうことかとちょっと怒りたくなるけどねだってアシュン取ったのめちゃめちゃ早かったし SSG はさそのアシュンのデビューのために1週間遅らしてもらってるからな
Well, there's a lot of different
配慮してもらってんだ
in that basement floor in particular. You said where are they gonna go?
もちろんその真剣勝負をさやってさ
floor.
どんどんこう差が縮まってくるとかチームが成長するとか
To be fair, the way it happened
明らかに
last
準備整
time,
って
it
なかった
looked
もん
like Mirage were going to win it out. So I like the fact that they trust in their strategy.
途中めっちゃチェックテックある了解まあまあまあアーカイブなんで
And I don't think it's a bad idea
全部ぶっ
whatsoever.
飛ばしますよ
I am curious though. Space Station's answer seems to be to go to Brava and Twitch as well as Dokkaebi. Now, if you save a Dokkaebi call for the execute, you force defenders off the cameras, but both calls by Ashen has been used for the room clear itself. That won't be the case at all. The room clear very much still in the way as Fultz takes this gunfight by himself.
Obviously unideal. Vertical and Fultz taking some damage. Now it's hot and cold. Looking to assert himself. Forrest is just downstairs. inside the
やっぱ
bomb
カバ
site,
ちゃんと
by the
入
way.
るもんねキルログ見ても
Starting the killing,
カバー
but
かどうかちょっと正確
there's
に
an
分かんないけ
answer
ど
back from Mirage.
なん
Now
か
Fultz
振り
getting
切
the
るで取られ
diffuser
て
down.
人
This is
数
one thing
イーブ
Space
ン
Station
人
has
数
struggled
有
on
利を
is
取られるわけじゃない
looks
か
like
ら
they've had sight control. They failed to do good objective play. Ultimately, numbers still dropping on both sides of the coin. Vertical, all 3 kills so far for Mirage. Forrest and Fultz for SSG. Spiker and Vertical for Mirage. Both Vert and Spiker able to clutch this one up. 4 very good players still left in the lobby. Spiker getting ever closer to the case. Looking through those rotates. Forrest far enough back. That C7 can do so much damage, but he's boxed out. Fultz reading in very well. Down goes Spiker. It's going to be Vertical to clutch win the round. No, he can't get it done. He came close to tying it up, but ultimately SSG comes out on
さっきから
top in
誰
those
の
first
画像
6
掲げてんの
The guys sprint down the staircase, drop a handshake inside or going top floor and get the roam, etc. Hesitation.
日本のラスト1チームはだいぶ先だからね日程的に
Previous
は
round,
あ
get
と
that
2,3 週間かかる
4-2 side
はず
swap. Now we gotta see if Mirage can attack equally good as SSG.
ラクシンが解説で言ってたけどベガスは雨降ると高速回線死ぬらしいそんなことあるんだアフロデスさんこんばんはです
Teams are very good in the final 3 rounds of matching each other pace for pace with getting on that board first.
光回線敷設して
SSG
い
in
る
terms
位
of
置による
uncontested
のか
first
な
bloods led the way 2-1. Final 3 rounds, it was a trade every single time. No team really did have the upper hand after the first blow was struck, though it's very rare that they would go 1 for 1. Usually Mirage would get 2 picks to Space Station's 1 or the other way around. So there is an advantage obviously gained, but it comes so quickly, just like that.
いいね、カバーの応酬。うわー、シュー
Huge and picks up 3 from the same spot.
あ、シュー自分で吠えてたね。
For immediately departing that position and earning accolades from the players on Mirage, who now find themselves 6 feet under.
Oh, heartbreak for Mirage. I mean, that's basically the round right there, statistically speaking, at least. Downstairs bomb side. And Ashen even has to read here. He doesn't want to risk crossing the yellow door in case the Heartbreacher would be outside holding the cross, so he stands his ground. He knows there's 3 members elsewhere that can hold down the bomb site without him, and it's Spiker and Kenson against the world. The Goodman will give off the position. And yeah, Mirage, they got a lot of time to work with.
Yeah,
here.
Mirage
Over 4
厳しいね。
minutes to go, but they don't have a lot of ways to help one another. Yeah, 6 drones are available, but no one's really actually going to those drones.
スパイカーやっぱなんか可能性を感じるな。
Ace Watch still in effect. Providing Ashen can pick off the last 2 players from Mirage. A minute to go.
いや、ミラージュ全然このメンバーで可能性感じるぞ。前回、イエティとかいた時よりも全然申し訳ないけど、可能性を感じるわ。
had heat-seeking potential, it seemed like.
あれ
Uh-oh.
完全完全
Well, if you're a
You can see in
defender
the
right
bottom.
now,
You can see in the bottom right-hand corner that there are indeed severe
Las Vegas,
issues with the
Cousin, Las Vegas,
servers. And Kansan was frozen in place. Don't know if this is affecting any of the players on Space Station, but
完全ラスベガスだな、これ。
they're in an entirely different dimension at this point. Outside of the control of the players, but I guess you make the best of the situation that you find yourself in. That means that Spiker, with very limited HP, is in a 1v3, and Fultz finally getting Kansan and finishing him off before Ashen gets a 4K. Every person who was at Ashen angle for Mirage is
テック入りました。
kind of points to that. 6 points out of it. Matchup, the scoreline is not showing you the full story. Again, that final round that SSG just won was won in some way, shape, or form by issues outside of the control of Mirage, and you have to feel for them for that. But there's just no way to predict that.
oh, missed each other. Impact one off Mashin. Rampy very late to react to it, but both players stay alive. And it's always kind of awkward to attack to like initially get into the building on constant, right? You want to get that initial first foothold, typically in admin where vertical is right now. But getting in can be difficult. All these long lines of sight, the soft walls opened up, you gotta drone it out as well. Fighting against the Solace. Well, there are 9 drones available from Mirage, so should they need intel, they got plenty of drones to throw at their opponent. The issue really is to just get in the building here. We see Fultz with this long angle.
あ、やっぱコンリジムからの攻めマジで流行ってるね。
From J9O, just holding on to this line in the map, saying, we don't care about admin, you can take it, but meeting and Visa staircase, we absolutely want to hold our control.
Catering wall opened up. I still want to call it tables.
Tables.
I'll ask about the tables. Nice nade tossed in. It also seemed to get the Goyo canister as well. But as we've seen over the last couple rounds, yet again, that early pick does not gain anything. That's a very interesting shotgun being used. But, I mean, hey, the Jaeger doesn't want to run the carbine. That's fine. M870, I guess, is good enough as is. You've lost the gridlock, you've lost the four.
新米さんこんばんは。初めてちゃった。ありがとう
Sloppy
ござ
was
い
a
ま
player that
す
was focused
今
on
日ボーロにあったね。昨日の夜一緒にご飯食べた。今日ボーロなんか別に観光するって言ってたよ。明日 TGS ビジネスで行くって言ってたかな。
Vertical play can be a tricky one sometimes.
でもボーロ日曜だけだから確か出演。でもボーロやっぱり配信で見る通り結構ナイーブな子だからあんま喋らない。マネージャーさんの方が喋ってた。でも俺ちょっとワニパニシマジさ俺に英語なんとかこの日本を離れずに教える英才教育を教えてくれマジでちょっと英語ちゃんと習おうと思った毎回思ってんだけど今度こそマジでやべえなと思ったいや別にそのボーロがうんぬんかんぬんじゃなくて最近さAI のチャット GPT とか送れながらちょっと勉強し始めてるのそしたらさ 落合陽一さんが言ってたんだけどさ、今一番優秀なプログラミング言語は英語って言ってて、チャット GPT の打ち込み方を英語でやってるのを見たのね。なるほどなと思っちゃったんだよな。確かに自然言語でもう何でもできるような時代になってるから、これもう英語が翻訳待ってたらそのうちもう大丈夫だろうと思ってたんだけど、多分翻訳が完全翻訳みたいな時代が来るのは多分5年後には来ると思うんだよ。AI の発達によって。それは間違いないと思うんだけど、その5年後にはもう勝負ついてんだ、いろいろと思って。まずはゲーム全部英語でやることからする。ああ、そうしよっか。そうしよっか。そうだね、英語でやるゲーム決めよう。ちょっと物語系のさ、例えばデスストライディングとか難しいゲーム英語にしたらもう多分アウトだと思うから、簡単なやつから英語にしていこう。シージとか。確かにね。セリフが少ない系のやつで英語にしていこう。それなりに周りの関係英語にしていこう。
Yeah, a lot of options. But I think you are right for defense. There's no barbed wire. There's no real operators that have any utility like elements.
映画の英語に英語の字幕付きで見るやつでしょ。だからネットフリックスそうやって見ればいいんだな。
Big play by Ashen. Mirage watching their chances at being in the top 6 slip through their fingers, losing the Kansan early on, and Ashen the Echo deciding to go for close range
でプラス英語のテキストの勉強をできるだけ毎日やれるようなサイクルを作ってくれる。
value of an Echo. Seeing those yokai drones
ミラージ
later
オーバー
on.
タイム行かないともうダメじゃんこれ。いやオーバータイム行っても負けなんじゃないかこれ。
It's all about that shotgun, baby. With the shotgun buff. Vert gets injured as well, so Mirage is looking real dire for them. No way in, but many ways out. But they don't want to go that way. They need these rounds, need the points, but 2v5.
昔僕と留学生と友達で一緒に英語でシージやってたら友達が結構話すよね。そうなんだ。SSG 尻上がりに調子上がってきたの。誰なんだあれは。ダークゼロとここがラストだよね。ここがラストの試合だから、その前にダークゼロを勝たないといけないんじゃない？ SSG と確かやるよね。で、次どこ？ルミノシティとオキシゲン、まあ一応見るか。まあオキシゲンも勝って、まあ2位にはならないけど、順位は上がりますって感じか。だんだん消化試合の手を用意してきた。
I think Fish just full sent it out a door window.
いやルミノシもうちょっと頑張ってほしかったけどな。ワイルドまでとは言わないまでももうちょっとかき乱す能力あったと思うんだけどな。
I think Fish just made a pretty good trade here. The roam clear is not more difficult. You can hack the cameras. There are that many cameras in the ball. There are 2 bulletproof cameras at least. So pretty good start. Not a great middle round though.
やっぱスネーク強いんだよな。
Snake punishing Newers, who's playing over by Office.Newers was very happy to take that engagement. There's a dock on the board, but can't do much to bring either Fish or Newers back from the dead. Pocket EMPs were what
そうだね、そうあたりだと後半消化試合ちょっと増える可能性は確かにある。まあでもそれはプロ野球もサッカーも一緒だからしょうがない。CG が今一番戦いたいチームは M80 なんだ。へー。M80 仕上がる俺もいいと思うよ。ただ B1 はやっぱり難しいから B1 で決めきれるなんだろうな初見殺しは持っていかないといけないと思うメジャーには。だってフェーズ 2B1 続くじゃん。結局さ、まあ今ほどの完成度はないけどコペンハーゲンメジャーも BO1 で苦しんで負けて BO3 に持ち込まれて結果やられてたから。
Foxy has 2 players lined up in this spot, but now has to watch Geisha. He has to watch that.
それで言うとさ、初見殺しも何も持ってなくて平然と勝ってダブルセミエンがやっぱ異常なんだよ。まあでも初見殺しに近いようなことはやってたけど。
Silent holding the diffuser, not just having 3 kills, but also getting the objective play. Yaga heralding his entrance.
いやまあせっかくだったらさ、やっぱメジャーリージョンの強いチーム当たってほしいよな。
Then Yaga itself to the inch of the so trying to good things that very difficult. Rush.
テックのオンパレードだなこの日は。
big changes here from OG, however.
ああ M80 まあちょっと BO1 だから切り札がどこまであるのかわかんないけど連携は明らかに良くなってる。俺がよく言うじゃん、ラインの作り方ってよく言うじゃん。アイコニックがなんかこう横並びじゃなくて1人浮いて相手にアプローチしちゃって重要なポジションなの。例えばハードブリーチャーとかやってるのにそれでやられてバランス崩れるっていうのがあったんだけど、そのラインがかなり綺麗になってる。ああ E1 ね、やっぱなんか特殊な作戦持ってるチームが好きなんだ。 NIP は復活しすぎ、急に復活したもん。昨シーズンのだってレギュラーシーズンと LCQ の準備の間で復活してるから。いやでもあれはマジですごいと思うのは、俺は NIP 限界室を唱えてたんだけど、なんでかっていうとインビ優勝した時のシージにもうとらわれて、ああもうこれはベテランばっかだからさ、それってもうなんか身に染みついた CG 感じゃん。それを覆すことができないんだろうな、もうピノもサイコも引退だなと思ってたら180度モダンな CG に切り替えてきてさ、それがビビった。そんなことできんのみたいな。いやまだみんな若いけど言うてさ、もう 5,6 年もやってる自分たちの CG をもうほぼ捨ててるぞ。スタイルガラッとかあれはちょっとどぎものか。
But OG keep losing members in position where I'm like, where and how are they dying? Because they shouldn't really be happening or dying in those positions. So now LG, they get their first difficult area. What happened? They just run straight through them. Oh wow.
ファンサービスとしてはいいことだよ。相手チームに迷惑がかかってない。
A clutch drone that survived, gaining information.
NIP?
It spotted one player inside an office, Dream punishing it. There goes the drone.
ミティコーチ今気がついたら選手とかおもろいな。まあもともと選手だった方だけどコーチやってなんか、ね、BC とかはチームが不調だから戻ったみたいな人はいるけど、選手もう一回やろうかなみたいな人はあんまりコーチやってる人いなかったから新鮮だよね。
That is actually working against Luminosity, as you can see right now. One pick for them, but OXG gets two back. 20 seconds remaining.
あれドリームさんだけ違うところ
Foxay and Dream, whether they got the down or not, work together.
ドリームさんだけ違うところ
What looked like an LG round from transpire.
Afterward, it almost seemed like L dies to it, and therefore it seemed that from LG before
まあオキシゲンとしてはここはスルリと勝っておきたいところだね。
And there aren't all that many counters to it. Yeah, C4 below is always gonna suck, but there are so many areas in Skyscraper where you're not exposed to soft floor below you.
ドリームさんは CG 界のテディベアでアイコンだよ。でもそこに最近さ、あれルミノシティだよね。サイレントっていう新しいテディベアも出てきてるから。
History really does repeat itself.
Luminosity
gets two very early picks. Dream, the only one on the board for OXG, trying to keep these numbers close. The heavy off-site presence for OXG defending this kitchen and barbecue bomb site.
ね、テディベア多い説わかる。いやでも EU にもいたんだよ、ヒロイクにグリズリーってやつがさ。いなくなっちゃった。
Not exactly the start that I'm sure OXG wanted, but hey, neither was the previous round, and they still ended up coming out ahead.
ほらこれサイレントに注目して、サイレントのクマ感結構ある。
Not only the uppers that you lose, but also just how easy this is for LG. They sprint in the building with
EU であとは BDS のリケって言いたいところだ。リケはちょっと目が鋭すぎるからテディベアとしては不採用。
On the defensive side, because normally that would never happen. You're supposed to be safe in those areas. You got the goo mines, you got, you know, the default cameras you can watch, you got fish with the soulless scanner who can see the drones as well. But the defensive half from OXG, very much alive. The anchors who are just sitting in these individual rooms and holding on for their dear life.
順位決めだからね。その後 D プラスとサンドボックスじゃない。
They cost a 2v4 last round, and this time they even have the off with them. It's 3v3 round, but a minute to go. And LG, they still gotta strike first.
すごいよな。川口海二さん、亡くなってもゴルゴ13で続いていくシステムを作ったからな。あの人すごいよな、本当に。
4 of Silence 5 kills, if I remember correctly, coming in that very first round. He still makes the numbers look.
今3決めだよね。20時とかから確か BO3 だからね。
Doesn't look like Luminosity has the wherewithal to clear out that top floor. Smoke's going off into the bomb site.
まあ賞
Eddie
金
trying
が
to get
分かれる
plant
ぐらい
down,
だ
but
からな。
struggling. Now it's
あららららららら
Snake taking the heat to OXG above.
スネークさんが
Gets two picks on the boat. Dream and Yago.
スネークさんがむしろリテイクした感じなのか
Fox has his
今。
work cut out for him.
上から車線を押さえてたところは
Again,
全部
OXG
一網
just
打尽
having
にやられ
so
ちゃっ
many
たな。
players off site. It allows LG to take up all the map
なん
control
でルミノ
so
シティさっき
quickly.
ビーストコースに負け
Nice
たんだ
play by Fox.
お、強っ
Sees one both.
いいじゃん分かった
A third to be found, but Snake was playing
ワン
above.
チャン
And Fox, they pull this one
うお
off. Snake shoots him through the wall, knowing there's only one place for him to be.
フォックスなんかヒゲがなくなってやたらすっきりしたな
Inside. With what? What I want to accomplish
トーマス覚えてねえな
to
いや
win
名前
the
覚えて
majority
るけ
of
ど
them.
ビジュアル
That's
覚え
why
て
we
ない
see it down into two. Small changes can get them very far. Love the bandit for Foxy, and I mean, with the gun skill on the MP7 we saw last round, let's see, why not just play bandit for the gun at this point, you know? Go crazy. Or spend your shares that same weapon, but the wall
誰だっけ
denies
ワニ
has
パニシ
been
が言ってたっ
mighty
けフォックス
fine.
の彼女
It
がマ
just
ジイケメン
delays the attack incredibly a lot.
イケメンじゃねえ
Grenades and
マジ美
secondary
人
MPs and all that
フォ
good
ックスの
stuff.
彼女がマジイケメンだったらちょ
Seems
っ
like
と
a lot of those
誤
early
解を招く
roams
発言
by
だなやば
OXG
い
are unsupported, which I know some teams do favor.
全然同性
Axis
愛者
talked about this at length on the
それ
desk.
ジェス
And,
ネ
I
ーショ
mean,
ン
he
ジェ
is
スネ
an
ーさん
OXG
同性愛者なん
alumni,
だけ
so
ど
I
こ
mean,
の
he
間
knows
無
this
事
team better than
パート
everybody
ナー
else.
とゴールインしてた
At
ね
least any of us. You're playing to waste time. You're playing to waste utility. But if you're dying
ゴルゴ
early
30は無駄にベッ
consistently,
ド
the
信
way
号
that
でそして
OXG is doing,
東
and
郷は
while
夜
they
のテ
don't
クニックを
have
注意して
first
る
blood
そう
in
思う
any
じゃ
of
ん
these
あれ
rounds,
さ
they have
面白い
been able
話
to
があって
trade
さ
back very quickly.
川口海二さんがトリオ
So
年を
despite
取れば
the
取る
fact,
ほど
as you
さ
point
ベッ
out,
ド
that
シー
they
ン減っ
lost
たんだ
somebody
よ
early on. OXG is still making these rounds very competitively. The mid to late round for OXG is absolutely their strongest. Imagine how this scoreline can change if over the next 3 rounds
作者
OXG's
の性
defense
欲とベ
is
ッドシーンの
a
数が
little
比例
bit
することして
safer.
る
We're already at the halfway point of the
おもろ
round.
くないその
Nobody
話
from OXG has lost a single point of
それね
HP.
なんかね
No
漫画
stim
やわか
pistols
なん
used
か
from the
で
dock either.
なんかなぜか知らないけどそのベッドシーンみたいなの統計取ってて
Sometimes doing nothing
減ってるみ
is
たいな
doing
話題が
something. Is what I like to say because the sheer
何を
aspect of
何を
staying
話したくそれ
alive
を
and
調査した
being
の
on
よ
the
くわかんない
round makes
わあ
a huge
いい
difference. Just
マジ
having
で
more guns, more angles to deny, more things to cover, more teammates to play around. And now we see Foxy because he's not
あで
being
もボールやっぱり
outside
配信通り
for
声めっちゃかっこ
he
よか
can
った
just sit there and bandage
声
trick
低
the
くと
geisha wall and deny the breach from LG. That they only have one Selma left, they have one EMP in pocket of Eddie downstairs, but they're gonna start having to do other things because time is very quickly slipping away from them.
あとさ
So
ボー
this
ロも
single
そうなんだけ
bandit
ど
trick
マネージャー
has
さんも
stalled
箸の
like
使い方めっ
30
ちゃうまかっ
seconds and denied any
た
point
な
of
んでか聞
entry.
いたら
And Foxy somehow is
中
still
華料理
alive
を
by the
中心
cover.
に
And he's
ウ
dead.
ーバーとかで食べれるその箸で
And
食べれる
literally
料
as
理
your
が全然
sentence
当たり前にな
finished,
ったん
Eddie
で
was the one who put the punctuation point on it. Look at what he's accomplishing with this sidearm.
だから全然箸慣れ
Being
てるよ
silent, putting in significant work, and now leaves OXG to retake the bomb site. This is a familiar site for them. This is exactly what they had to do the last time they went here. LG started this map off by doing essentially what they've done again. Fish walking up the stairs, going towards
いや
John.
ルミノシティ
He
やっぱ攻撃の組み立
dies.
て
The
うまい
perfect
じゃ
walkout with the
ん
diffuser.
なんでさっきビーストコースに負けたのもったいない
Team
ビーストコースに勝ってたらワンチャン作れてたのに
just do the oxygen. So I do expect
逆
more
に
from
オキシゲンの方があんまり高
And
層
I'm
ビル
very
そんなに良
surprised
くない
we've
ぞ
not
っていうイ
seen
メ
the
ージ
filler being brought up more. Because with
なぜか
how
っていうと
LG
なん
are
か
playing, what
ガ
we
ジェッ
like
トで
in
止め
this
れて
game,
なくて
some need
まあ
to
ガジ
stop
ェ
the
ットと
entries.
人のラインで
We're
止めれてなく
talking
て
about Mirage,
結構リテイクで解決しようという
Something
節
that
が
when
強いんだ
attackers
よ
walk in a doorway to the
い
bomb
やそれは
site,
タクとし
they
て
get
別に間違いじゃないんだけど毎回使えるタクじゃないリスクの高いタクだからさ結構あれ高層ビル若干苦手かと思ういやもう高層ビルはねマジで修行のマップだからさ防衛側が耐えるしかないでも耐えきれると防衛の方が強い
a sound cue if they walk in.
当たり前だけど
But how often is a Razor Bloom gonna get a kill? That almost never happens.
知らねえアニメのエンディング知らねえレフティさんこんばんはいらっしゃい
So is she prepared for this? Answer says yes.
Fox が全部持ってた
strikes twice. Hazen gets one traded out. LG now actually in a position I don't believe they found themselves in the early portions of any of these rounds, which is at a disadvantage in numbers. You said they were going to go fast, but that was after taking a minute to ensure that they had everything lined up.
Yeah, and not everybody followed through either. Now, normally they all fully commit, but it was just Snake and Asian with First was nearby-ish, but the second
CG 界のイケボ、あ、確かに暗いんだね。
sprinting and went backwards instead.
俺もイケボになり
It
たい
might
な。
have been that LG
どうも
thought
こん
there
ば
were
んは、
more
ともぞ
people
うです。
off-site for Oxygen.
今日も
and
ミ
the
ッドナイト
bomb
レインボー
system
シックス
was
シー
very
ジ
much
に来て
vulnerable.
いただき
But
あ
that's
り
not
が
the
とうございま
case.
す。
That
クリス・ペプ
backbone
ラー
of
です。
Foxy and Dream, they're always
クリス・
holding
ペ
down
プラー
the
さんみたいな
bomb site
声にな
every
りて
single round so far. They've yet to give that up.
俺一番
And LG very much
日
are in a
本で
position
声好きな
where
のクリス・ペプラ
this
ー
is
さんかも
the
しれない。
one time they struggled last time. This bar position of Foxy, they couldn't clear it. They have no nades. They do have flashbangs and smokes though. But by opening up all these reinforced walls, they're only going to create more angles for the defenders to kill them from.
サイレントやっぱ
Well,
強
in
いね。
terms of kills, that's the best player for OXG now removed. Yaga heating up. One kill
いや
for him.
展開型シールド壊せるものがなかったらマジでも
Given the
う
role that he plays,
どうしようもない
that's
ね。
not where he wants to find himself.
これ誰がディフューザー
Silent, one away from breaking double digits.
わあ展示
Newer's
入ったの
attempting
バ
to
レて
greet
る
these
ね。
players on
位
the
置バレてる。位
stairs.
置隠してんねこれ。
Up off the
攻
stairs.
撃側の。
Continue on. Keep going. 30 seconds.
うわ要
Now
は
punishing
いい置き方して
Silent,
た
and
な。
there's Newers to finally get on the board. OXG again surviving a scare. They are
大友龍
perfect
三
on
郎
this
さんって
bomb
誰
site,
だ
but it's the only one they've been able to win so far. If they can capture a third round in the first half,
ツイズのシーリングファン回転早すぎじゃないですか。彼らもフレフレとの問題ですかね。いや多分早いんだよ。
just moments ago, Meepy had tweeted that he's the biggest
その視点は
OXG
な
fan
か
in
っ
the world, hoping that they can get 3 points and then
あ佐久間さんいいでしょ。佐久間さん声高いけどね。
OXG's almost there.
フルーツの声もめちゃくちゃいいです。ああ、インタビューで答えたら確かに結構低めだよね、フルーツも。
Yeah, you can
低めでちょっとビブラート効いてるっていうか、ちょっと
changes off their own.
こもったような喋り方というか、喉の奥から声が飛んでくるような感じ。
Osa is
わかる
kind
わ
of
かる。
like a Monsieur Blitz. You know, you bring that shield you can walk with in your hands, give some intel, you
Interview
blitz them
で
safe, you can plant
答えて
behind it,
た
etc. But you still have a primary gun. Same gun as Thermite, the 5.56. Great stats on it. Thermite mains used to be back in the
有
day.
名なの
before
は
they were
ター
just
ミネー
plant
ター1作目
people.
のシュワちゃんとワンピースのクロコダイルの声。
Back in
ワ
year
ンピー
one,
ス
you
の
breach
クロ
the
コダイル
wall
の
and
声
then
思い
kill
出せ
people.
ねえな。
Nowadays, you just drone and plant. So the 5.56 does great damage there. All Thermite main with no. And for this particular attack and round, fortify the balcony. Normally it has no cover, no safe area. With the talent shield put up, well, you can actually sit here now and just enjoy
男
your
性の
angles
声
and
優
just
さんでかっ
get some
こいい
intel.
声の人はいっぱいいるよね。
Showing up the free cam now. Is it
まあ一番いいところで言うと、ね、デスストランディングのサムの声やったら津田さんとか
odd sound? A Zofia on
あ
the
れ遊
board.
戯王の海馬だっけ
Operator not in
Yu-Gi-Oh!
the
わかんない
meta at this point. Ash taking her spot in a lot of ways.
ジンクシもボイトレやったら良くなる。あいつはそれもうあれで大丈夫なんだ。
Yana. But I mean, you've got the discover ability
ジュンコはそれで大丈夫なん
factor,
だ。
those proximity concussions that get shot out, and then the soft destruction as well.
すごい今
One talent shield was down
タロンシールドに
as all
ピタリと
those
ガ
gas
ス
canisters are
グレネード
now
貼り付いて
thrown
る
out. Yaga has none in the
サイレ
zone.
ント
Dream
強く
is
ない
dead.
10キルだぞ
So you've got
13だぞ
no gas canisters.
2
You've
対
got
3という
no
攻防の
nitro
中で
cells, and the yokais cannot stop the plant.
あー山地さんは俺も好き。山地さんはねジェイソン・ステイサムとかもやってると思うんだけど
Yaga gets on the board for that, trading out a lot of HP in
俺
the
はウィッチャー
process.
3の
Snake
ゲラル
almost
トの声
falling for
がマジ
LG,
好
which would have been a huge benefit
き。
for
本人もめちゃ
OXG.
くちゃねダンディーな感じかっ
Issue
こい
with
い
the
から。
talent shield working for him, sitting it
奥さん
backstairs,
パクロミさん。
waiting ever so patiently.
いやでもやっぱ一番俺好きなのはやっぱ大塚さんかな。やっぱ秋夫さんかな。
OXG now in the lead
Snake.
in terms of numbers, but Twist has found a way in. Unfortunately, doesn't see Yaga. Luminosity, we're so close to being able to pull this off.
So close yet so far. The issue is all defense needs is geisha control, and they never lost that part of the map, so the plan cannot go off no
諏訪部さんって
but
何
they
や
can
って
get the kills.
名前覚えてんだけど。
Two in a row. 30 seconds left. LG know what's at stake in this matchup. Fighting to eliminate OXG by a scoreline that has them go into the LCQ and not into open quals. Twisted attempted a plant. Now it's Eddie's turn to do that. Yaga thinks he has the wherewithal. If you're down, both Foxy and Yaga are a little bit too
こ
slow.
のページ読んでたのにね。あれ
Damage can be done. There goes Eddie to
まずいで
Foxy.
すよ。
Most experienced player on
スネークの
Luminosity
銃
is
の
the
球
last one
数は
left. That's
少ない
Snake.
方。うまいねヨガの
Just tried
体
it a
の出し
little
方
bit。too early. Giving his
カ
position
バライが
away.
どっか分かって
Vital
ないからそ
information
こ
for
先に潰したい
OXG.
よね。階段来た。
All he really needs to do is waste time. Foxy sweeping in on his right. He's hoping that
もうい
Snake's attention will be elsewhere. Yaga
ヨ
over.
ガシンプルに解決。
The Rashid is what the through the wall. Yoka
Open step for Luminosity is to win 5 rounds, because if they win less than 5 rounds,
スクナの声の人。ああ、呪術廻戦最近見てないからわかんねえわ。
that's not where you want to be. Good start though, as Snake sees Yaga early on, first 30 seconds, and down goes the Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi was the first operator on attack that died in the first half.
アキオさんでも今でこそ渋い大人の役が多くなっ
And
ちゃ
in
ったけど
particular,
さ。
Yaga has just gotten
まあ
better
ま
the
あ
longer this
当
match
時も
has
渋
gone
い
on,
大
getting
人の役だった
hugely
んだけ
impactful
ど、俺が
kills.
初
A
めて
lot
アキオ
of
さ
which
んは
happened
こ
in
の
the
人
mid to
マジ
late
でや
range.
べえなと思ったのがガンダム
Lacking
WAT
his
ストディっていう
gadgetry and lacking his
ガンダムの
prowess on attack.
まあ OVA っていうオリジナルビデオアニメーションっていうシリーズ13話だけあるんだ
Yeah,
け
it's
ど
gonna
さ、
suck.
まあ映画版とかにもな
Of
った
course,
ん
the
だけど、
calls make them play easier, hacking
あれ13話
fans,
だったね
guarantee
12話だった
intel. It's just all around a
それで
really
アナベル
bad
ガトーっていう
time,
役を
to
や
be
るんだけ
honest.
ど、
But
それがマジで素晴らしいアキオさんのハマり役で、でその結果それをたまたま小島監督が見てスネーク役にアキオさんをオファーしたっていう背景がある。それ小島監督がラジオで言ってたマジで。テニプリも黒バスも見てないから分かんないです。俺世代じゃねえんだよそこ。その頃一切でジャンプ読んでなかったから。
True intro right now, unless you want to sacrifice using some utility in case you lose a gunfight. And this, you see this line in the floor right now, where the taggers are on one side, defenders on the other, and it's all up to the defenders to break that line completely.
ガンダム泥棒のやつ、あ、そうそうそうそう。まあガンダム泥棒っていうか、それ言い出したらガンダムシードもガンダム泥棒だからさ。
You can easily flank around to make a play. I don't think that's an angle.
ガンダムを強奪するっていうところから物語がスタートするってい
He
う。
was on drone though, so I don't think there was any way to possibly do anything about this.
まあ富野さんのガンダム離れて、
Opening pick never really amounted to
富野
much.
さんが作った宇宙世紀っていう年表、架空の歴史に対してなんか辻褄を合わせる形で富野さんが関わらずに作ったっていう。
Grievous errors from OXG after losing Yaga is quite impressive, but
パン泥棒が入ってるということで、
everybody.
うわ
3 kills for him. How about a flawless round for LG?
ルミノ
The rest of
強
the
いじ
team
ゃん。
gets in on it too.
さっきマップチョイスがやっぱオレゴン微妙だったんじゃないか。
Okay, so just majority of the round, and the second
確かにめちゃくちゃ速いな。
they line in the middle, they got flawless. OXG happened with like 1.5, 2 seconds gap in between it, with no.
めちゃめちゃツイズの上のファン早いね。
And now he jumped out the window. That red staircase going towards lobby kitchen side, and he was on. And now he jumped out the window. Newers is having
これよくあるやつだ
the
ね。
worst
ヘリ
game
ポー
of
ト側
his
に対して打
life
ち込んだん
right
じゃない
now.
飛び出して。
1 and 7 on entry, the only set of grenades. He has
カメ
not
ラ
really
の問
found
題だと
any meaningful
信じたいレベルのやつ
impact
わか
against
る。
LG so far. And when Fish tried to get
インターレースが合ってないとかそんな感じの
he
やつ。
would die trading 1 for 1. Snake, he just escaped it. He got the kill, jumped right back in, and he can now just sit and play passive on the gadget and not have to seek out gunfights anytime soon and still find tremendous value because he's soulless.
You never want to kick
スネ
somebody
ー
when
ク
they're
も
down,
11の
but
5だぞ。ツイズ1の
Newers
5
really
で
hasn't
全
had much
然
of an impact
いや
whatsoever on
デ
this
スしてる
entire
のは
match.
5だったらまあまあ別
Like
に
you
普
said,
通じゃ
not
んっ
in
て感
terms
じ
of
だから
gadgetry, not in terms
戦い
of
に
kills.
参加する
Anything
前に
to
周
say
りが
about
切ると
Snake, it was a big loss for Luminosity as Fish walks in, picks up a kill just outside a kitchen. Snake and
結構大きい
Silence
時期はやっぱこの
combining
ピッシュの位置だ
for
な。
23
セカン
kills.
ドアタッカーのピッシュそこまで活
Almost
躍してるよう
all
に
of
見えないか
those
ら
have
な。
happened in rounds
数
won
値
by
に現れてない
Luminosity, so
貢献があるんだったけど
showing how hugely impactful those kills can be, not just in terms of numbers,
結
because
構
yeah,
キルを求められる
23
役
kills
職
is
やってる
an,
気がするんだよ
you know, it's an
な。
eye popper. But 23 important kills that help you carry the round even better.
やっぱだって
Fish
こ
after
こは
getting
ヌ
that
アー
pick
ズが
as he
さ
walked into kitchen.
スポーンキル気味にやられたんであればさ
LG once again
役割的
gaining
に
a
フィッ
numbers
シュが
advantage in terms of
ヌアー
players
ズの代わり
and
で
can
切
sit
り
for
開
the
いてあ
next
げないとい
90
けないじゃ
seconds
ん。
quite comfortably on this defense and await the
一人
three
取ったん
remaining
だけど
OXG
さ
players.
Yeah.
ここでやられちゃうと
And, this
手
exact
動
same
だけで
scenario
こじ開け
OXG
る
were in
の
when they
は
were defending, right?
オペレーター
It's
構成
Newers
的
and
に
Fish
だいぶ
that
しんど
early
い
who
よ
are
ね。
roaming on
補強壁も
defense
悪
with the
く悪い
backline
け
of
ど
Yawk, Dream, and Foxy alive, then like clutch some of those rounds.
カール
Same
シー
sort
さ
of
んこんばんいらっ
attack,
しゃい。
but the issue is your backline and then clutching on attack 3 versus 4. That's very difficult, you see, because you would like those grenades to be in play, the soft breach from the Ash to be in play. Instead, you got some flashbangs and hot breach, and that's really it. Yawk doesn't even have smokes. He's running secondary MPs on the gridlock, so OXG, they gotta hit their marks right now, or rather hit their shots, because it's the only real way throughout this round for them to
めちゃ
win.
くちゃトラック
And
スが
Silent
流れ
with
てる。
12 kills, as you mentioned, he's still
ビシビシ
alive.
じゃん。 いやでもだからこれ1枚足りないからさ、だから1の動きするのがヌアーズがフィッシュでしょ。だから手動3枚で揃った時にクロスが組みづらくなるんだよね。よくそれこじ開けたな。これサイレントにかかってる。いやー分かってなかった。これ最後にルミネやっぱいいよね。なんで負けたビーストコーストにもったいね。
Post and strategical, but when LG start doing all the chaotic, funky stuff, that's when LG they kind of fall apart. Not again.
Silence. Thought he had it well read. Does not.
この辺りは才能の片鱗を伺わせるね、ピッシュ。
There's no other result that Luminosity can have.
WMM が eSports アワードに選ばれてました。そうなんだ。
That's it for them.
あでもどうなんだろうね。チ
Luminosity now they are going to be playing with that
ームオブザイヤーでし
again.
ょ。だったらフナティックとかになり気す
They
る
have
けどな、バロ
confirmed that they
ン
will not be playing in
まあ選ばれてる
LCQ
こと自体は
because
シージから選ばれてること
Oxygen
自
won
体はいい
3 rounds,
けど。
but Luminosity by winning 5 prevented themselves from finishing dead
や
last.
っぱその
Might have some
注
fun
目
with
度の
it
規模と
at this point. Losing
連
Legion
続して
early
世
on
界
is
大
never
会で
good.
成績
Losing
残
those
したの
13
はフナ
kills
ティッ
from
クな気がす
Silent
るか
never
らな。
good. The way he's been playing. Hugely impactful for
CSGO も
this
結構
team.
ばらけ
One
てる
now
から
off
な
the
優
clock.
勝。
Everybody from OXG still upright.
Great stop, but again, what can they now do themselves? That kill was granted to them by jumping out the window. Oroshi's still got to pick apart the bomb site itself, and almost looks like they're gonna jump in to just hit you into and brute force it, but surely not, right? Surely not.
コーチ部門なんだ。
Right on in.
だったら選ばれるかもしれないね。
Got the diffuser
マジ優秀だからな、あのコーチ。
I don't think they have what they need in the bomb site to get it planted. Fox A checking corners. He's got an opportunity to get that diffuser
サー
down.
ド
And
ポイ
he'll
ントとい
do
うこと
that
もある
as
か。
the last
まあ
remaining
それに
players
して
from
も的
LG
確
are
にキル取ってった
isolated
ね。
and cut off from the site.
これはちょっとノーチャンスかな。
Snake still lurking above.
外に出てロックされるもん。
For OXG. Things get difficult for Snake as he
ここお手本のような取り方してきたね。芸者取って現地潰してリスク最小限のエントリーで済んだし。
Stims because you played Dark a lot back then, or with everybody at half health. It was quite the view. Quite the view.
I do like that change that we see, by the way. So now that friendly fire is turned off during the prep phase. I
カバーとかに参加できてね。まあでもスネークとサイレントが暴れすぎか。10と13キルがこの段階にいたらキル確かに他の人は回ってこないな。
to damage yourself strategically. I mean, obviously, if that change was in pro play, then Snake would still be at full HP instead of losing 60% of his health.
いや別にもうノックアウトステージに進むことは決まってるの、オキシゲンも。でオキシゲンはね上位2位に入る可能性がないから、まあ少しでも順位上げといてグループステージで下位のチームと当たりたいかなぐらいな感じだから、まあそんなになんだろうな、なんか一番微妙な位置オキシゲンぶっちゃけ。でも3ポイント取っといた方がまあこの後の戦いに対して変なチームと当たらないかもしれない。コントローラープレイヤー部門にインペリアルハルが選ばれて盛り上がってました。あ、そうなんだ。まあでもエーペックスの大会も今年注目されたんじゃないかな。結構下火になるかなと思ったけど復活してたしね。まあでも日本で盛り上がってたっていうところあるかもしれない。日本はフナとかね他のチーム強いし。
Logic bombs, nades, EE1Ds. Well, tons of annoyances for Luminosity to overcome. They lost Twist early. Twist having a pretty miserable game, 1-8, especially on that smoke. First casualty, that is not where you want to be on that operator. Now you lose the Fenrir of Eddie. Newer's on backstairs, having a pretty decent round as luck runs out after 2. LG keeping things close. Advantage still for OXG at this point in time. The Asian realizes how close these silhouettes are. Lights up one. Adeptly getting out of the way and repositioning towards the next kill hole. All the while, Dream getting the defense.
いや、それダメージ入んないんだよな、リュックだから。第4コー見るとリュックでけえな。
You're shooting at the
一バレするじゃん。
Asian cannot confirm the kill
インパクトあ
onto
るよ。
Fish. Of all the pressure of that diffuser now working against him, meaning that somebody might still be over in karaoke. There goes the wall, making a ton of noise in the process, but having limited information. Hopping on the diffuser, playing keep away with OXG. He's got Fish as his last target, but Fish gets in. I heard what.
It's the penultimate. Yeah, I'm doing. So now, I'm a little bit in trouble here, but it's fine. It's fine.
ノックアウトステージ終了したら各チーム SI ポフとホイップ。そうだね、ほぼ決まりだね。
We're not in the same spot.
More distance between him and make my worst enemy. So now we make
エーペックス部門解散したチーム最近結構多い。そうなんだ。まあ競技性がむずいからな。バルはしょうがない。バルはしょうがないです。アスパスがレビアタンに行くんじゃないかっていうのを見て、マジかと思って。バルはしょうがないよ。金が入られるチームがあるんだったら積極的にバルは動くべきだと思う。
means that Luminosity has to go into open quals. Whether they went in as the 8th seed or the 9th seed in the NA League,
全然最近仕事できないね。当たる試合が少ない。剣道嵐さんこんばんは。
which means that beastcoast's fate is sealed. They will finish in 9th place at the very bottom of the North American League. Luminosity will be above them, but not by much. So in this instance, for Luminosity, there really isn't that much that you're playing for from this point onward. You've hit that one break point that you needed to. OXG probably would like a win. They won 2 rounds in a row, and Luminosity still taking it seriously. They called their timeout at the tail end of the previous round after OXG had won 2 in a row.
リュック前だき。特殊部隊で前だきしたらぶん殴られそうだね、ジョーカーに。なんで最近パッとしてんだよ。いや、これ別に変わってるわけじゃない。まあでも1の動きでアタックしてキル取るのって時代的に相当むずいからな。
That dragon and drum situation, taking control of a drum now. But what's next is where Oshi usually struggles.
リュック前に持ったオペレーター出てきたら抱っこ紐ってのつける。
And then getting a foothold in the upcoming rooms and then hit the bomb site afterwards.
リージョンショットガン使われますが、いやメインウェポンでほぼ使われてないですね。EU、NA、ブラジル、日本見て、本当に1ラウンドで誰か使ってたなこれ。それもなんか初期の初期です。朝さんこんばんは。今シーズンは役割が後ろの人たちが強い。キルポイントがやっぱり固まってる手動で取るって感じなんだろうな。いやまあでも一人で動く余地はないよマジで。今のシーズン。TSM が NA、LAL のスポット10万ドルで売ったらしい。10M でいいの 10M ミリオン。ミリオンドル。10億ってこと
Walking on through, there goes Twist. Yaga wins the fight. Snake hiding out.
プラントしてるしめっちゃ聞こえてるな。
And he gets a kill, but it's ultimately lost as there's still one player left.
よう取ったなそれ。ようカバーできたな今の。
So it kind of is that 2 versus 2. But the difference is silent
and Snake are like
the entry players
early gun
versus like the mid to late round of Foxy and Yog.
1億だったらなんか安い感じするな。まあまあでも eSports チームにとっては大きいか。それでも売っていいんだね。思ったんだけど。10億じゃないの ?1000 万ドルだったら。1000万ドルだったら10億じゃないの。大体120円計算だとしたら12億。どっち？
Go to the same bomb site again because you think that you can make some minor adjustments and ultimately come out on top.
それなんか売っていいんだね。逆にライアットがそれもなんか認めるんだ。だってさそれ LOL っていうさタイトルをさ元に TSM が商売してる
It
って
was OXG on
いう感
defense,
じだから。
Luminosity on attack. OXG was giving
それ売っ
LG
ていいんだね。
ample opportunity to get
それ
these
売り
first
権利あるん
picks
だ。
with how
プロチー
aggressive
ム。知らなかっ
OXG were
た。あ、
offside.
まあ、今のショット。
Luminosity are not
ショ
doing
ックド
the
ラ
same
ー。ヨガう
thing.
まいな。フェイン
A
ト
bit
かけて
rude
今
of
割
them,
に。
some would say. Though LG is quite off-site. You see 3 players right now playing down by bedroom, playing down by house side. It works out. First blood technically goes in LG's favor, but it's answered right back. Yaga, an impressive 2-piece. Twist and Asian gone.
今
If this
148
really
円
is
な
the
んだ。
final round, it'll be a disappointing finish for Twist, who's on 1 and 10. Vertical play still here for
でもき
LG.
つい。
Oxygen reducing numbers
きつい。
on site.
うわー、誘われた。
Four players from OXG all searching for the
結構今
final
甘い位置で
kill.
プラントしてるなと思ったら、見える位置に置いて誘われたね。
Time working against him. Retaking house stairs is a dangerous prospect. Even just making it to
ミ
the
ラー
top
って
is
複数
uncertain,
枚貼れるようになったん
especially
です
when
か？
there's
ブラ
gonna be
ッ
4
クミラーの
people
ブラックミラー2枚だけだよ。変わら
Fish
ずだよ。
sees him and gets credited with the kill.
ガンジョップさんね、これ初めてちゃったね。
OXG, all
いやー、危なかったね、
Luminosity
これ。なんとか3ポイント取れましたと。これ途中で順位表とか見たら、逐一見ていこうぜ。出た。オキシゲンがこれで2位に上がったんだな。これで日程消化でしょ、確か。あ、こことここ足せばいいのかな。M80 あと2戦も残って、あ、違うわ。8戦やればいいから、M80 あと1戦だよね。ダークゼロがそうだね、こことここ足せばいいから、あと2戦残ってるはず。で、ワイルドも最後のダークゼロ戦だけか。となると、でも、ソニックスも勝てば、ここのオキシゲンより上に行く可能性はゼロじゃないのか。この2チームは直接対決残ってるから、どっちかが必ずオキシゲンの上に行くんじゃない？ SSG は7試合、1試合。ダークゼロ戦が残ってたよな。ソニックスも1試合残ってる。終了したのが、オキシゲンだけか。なるほど。上位6チームの話ね。で、これで後回しにされました。ダークゼロ後回しにされました、これで。ナイトヘイブンラブやってんな、これ。いいじゃないか。
Use your own vertical angles and use it against attackers if they want to push direct.
ライディングいらっしゃい。ジムからこんばんは。ジム頑張って。ザイオンさんこんばんは。いらっしゃい。
You'll be able to see a jackal come in, a lion come in. These are
モンブランドさんフォローありがとうございます。
in hunting these roamers, hunting these players who are not going to be in the bomb site. So yeah, I think Soniqs have chose the correct lineup. Let's see how they do with
あれジオの千羽鶴の部屋が映るの。
Breach opened up immediately, and the push in from Rex into the top of Aqua will grab the roaming smoke once again of Kinos. There's some top support there.
ソニックス最後が M80 か。きついね。
By storage, they're going to lose their top support and their smoke.
まあでもいい勝負になりそうだな。
Rex and a good entry for the Soniqs. First Lion EOD from Grixer will ring out, trying to hold the defenders on the
NA バローは複数のチームがロースターシェアするようになったらしい。ロースターシェアってどういう感覚だったの？一旦プールするってこと？一旦15人ぐらいプールして、給与を分散してみたいな。
So certainly eliminating that smoke early on, yeah, it's going to free you up a lot more of your Soniqs. Soniqs have done well. They've got themselves into storage. That's usually the main area that the defenders want to hold. There's a lot of verticality in that room that they go off, of course. So getting someone in there early, it's just going to assist them with controlling that map, be able to pick up a few rumors if they're not aware that Soniqs are in that position.
韓国リーグの3位決定戦終わったん
Lost
だ。
the first
これ
kill.
からいよいよフェー
They're
ズか
not
け
going
た
to feel
グランドファイナ
comfortable
ル
with。holding above.
その部分だけ名前ゴール。はい。イージーとウルブズみたいな感じね。
And Soniqs just start ripping up the floor. A minute to go. This is great time management.
イージーだってウルブズのロゴつけてるもんね。
Any C4s on board for M80 as well.
でもあれウルブズの名前特に出てないけど。
right now for Soniqs to do all of this, and it's just all you do is
もう1チームで支えられなくなったってことでしょ。
Got everything in your hands.
なんか経済的に破綻してるよな、それでその話。
Trying to hold the flank, getting tagged up by
おい、上がり直し。
Walk up
強っ。
stairs, and he will grab one. Yes, they're on EXO as well. EOD will hold them in place as two members trapped for M80 on the EXO stairs, but the retreat back to the bomb site as Geo is getting the plant down now. No plant denial here as the Nitro cell was pre-placed above and was not retrievable. Impacts will ring out, but Spoit hits the deck. Now a technical 4v2 here. Grixer traded out by Gomez. The collapse from DS and Gomez in towards the bomb site. The top cover is too strong here. Gomez going to attempt a revive. Try to push their way out of Nano back towards the diffuser, but it's not going to happen. Gunner shooting them down from the top of the floorboard. It's just Gomez alone now in a 1v3. Caught on the drone.
アルファセリスもそうか。
Geo
そう
will
だ
clean
ね。
it up.
アルファセリスってそうなの？あれ合併したのじゃないの？
Soniqs
あれ2チームで合同で持ってんだ。
Well, but as we know, this team goes best to freeze. So yeah, simple C.
momentum, just
有
getting
名
some
スト
confidence
リー
heading
マーがやっ
into
て
the
た
deciders.
ポイストって何？
As Jesse
モイスト
said,
って何？モイストって何それ？
they're already off through 6 seeding. Nothing really to worry about here. It's just about ironing out some kinks and making sure that you're pushing forward with some confidence tomorrow.
And of course, I think as you go into the best of threes, Rob, you want to have a map like Night
今日
Haven,
ねちょっと
or
ス
you
ケ
don't
ジュー
want
ル
the
変わっ
ramps to
て
pull out
ダー
in
クゼロ
those
の試
best
合は
of
後
threes.
回
That's
しに
going
な
to
った
help you
か
quite a
ら
lot, you know,
後で
with
楽しみにしよ
the diverse
う。
map
ダークゼロぐらい
we
ご
now
ぼう
have
抜きできる
seen
な
where we
と
have a lot of different play styles with these maps. M80,
この試合は
obviously
M80 が
moving
首位
away
取れ
now
るかどう
from
か
that
だね。
basement. They don't want to go there
3
again.
ポイント
They've
取れば
opted for that
多分
top
首位
floor.
確定かな。
Soniqs, pretty
2
heavy
ポイントで
utility
もほぼ
lineup.
硬い
You
と思う
have
けど、ワンチャン
Sophia
ラウンドリ
making
ハ
an
ですかな。
entrance, Flores also making an entrance. So any shields that may be left up, they're not going to be an issue. But really no shields on the side of M80 to
あ
worry
あ、それ
about.
前に
Mirror
ワニパニさんに
Windows
教えてもらったの、
has been
モイストっ
their
て。
main,
なんか
point
期
that
待
they
してる
wanna bring
チームがある
into
み
the
たいな。
defense. And as we know, Mira so strong for holding down
もう
these
息
different
切れしたん
rooms
だ。
are very difficult otherwise.
早い
Only
ね。
concern you would have with Soniqs is going up against
早い
Mirror
ね。それ
Windows.
今年
You
の
don't
話だっ
have
た
the
よね、確か。
greatest of lineups because you don't really have nades. You can't go blow and nade them. Twitch would have been good. I suppose the real thing you could look for is an ace combo, but if there's a good jammer, then you need to make sure that line's in position ready to go with the EMPs.
狭いんで2階はパーティーじゃない時にやりやすいってだけです。狭いから2階に防衛ポイントを置いた方がボイスチャットで繋がってない場合は見るところが限定されるんでやりやすいってだけです。クラブハウスが競技シーンだと地下かジムベッドからしか始まらないのになぜかランクだと監視金庫から始まると、まあ、近いです。暗黙で見るところが少ないじゃないですか。
But it's muted. There's 2 mute jammers on the opposite side and the bandit battery.
ミュート効きすぎじゃん。
Continues to pick up and put back down, and it will be successful. There goes Rexon dropping Spoit, and man, this is just going nowhere for Soniqs.
So slow, Rob. The fact that the mute jammer was there stopping the equipment, they still go off. Never mind. They still got the wall open. It looked as if Gomez missed one of the walls. I thought he was just going to go and electrify.
最近ちょいちょいいるな、ウォーデンのショッ
But
ト
that
が。
wall is open now. That does give them something to play off now. But Soniqs, they need to move fast. 25 seconds. Mirror window staring them down. They're starting to get some kills, Rob. This can be a close one.
There goes Grixer taking down Kino. Iconic being pushed to the top of blue stairs as well, and he's gonna have to retreat downstairs.
リテイクして下から飛ばしたいのかな。
It's just Gomez laying prone inside of the command desk, looking for any entries in. He will collect
Oh,
one,
what's this
springs up and grabs another one onto Geo. So a 5v3 quickly levels to a 3v3, but cannot survive the onslaught.
あー、空振った。これ現地1って確定したから多くても。
Grixer, the
だいぶしんどい。
way back in from the top of blue stairs with the aid of the mirror window. The nitro cell goes soaring, and it will not be successful. It's actually Iconic getting down the SMG-12 for Diaz. Successful onto Grixer. Brought this back now down to a 1v2. Citizen and Rexon still on a high HP against an SMG-12 or a shotgun on the Warden of Diaz. Gonna circle his way around command, get point blank with that shotgun, but Citizen staying at range.
キレがありますね、
Come down
ソ
to
ニッ
the
クス。
breach that Soniqs were eventually able.
今日あれじゃない、グリックさんも言ってたんじゃん。あれメキシコ帽子ダンスないの今日。困るな、こっちとらお金払ってる。
Their attacks have been the weaker point between the two sides so far through the stage, and they're showing excellent proficiency on the attack right now. Really good efficiency too on the time use.
CG とクレストンの話は、あれは結構クレパピも驚いてたの見てもらうと分かる通り、結構意外なんだよ、あそこまで2回取るのが。
This is really impressive from the Sonics.
Yeah, they're playing a lot more of a controlled playstyle. They're not allowing M80 to get up to their old tricks.
海外で見ると2回初手で出てくるチームほぼない。あの試合が異常だったって感じかな。
So being able to slow it down to your pace and control the game and do the basics right for Soniqs, get the walls open, all that, they're doing that well. We now move into a mid floor. Again, similar to how the basement plays out, it's all about verticality. You will see the defenders try and hold above. Attackers are going to try and want to go for that. Oh, as
逆にこれさ、今ブギでさ、キノの足音聞こえなかった疑惑ある。逆に攻撃側が防衛側の足音聞こえなかった疑惑ある。
Saw some lethal plays from Solaces with P90s earlier today in the NAL, but here comes the ITA long barrel coming out in the hands of Kino. Good start there. The opener on Rexon, like we're saying, possibly able to see the Inox scanner from Rexon with the HUD of Solus.
キッチン側外直ってあんまなくない？ハッチぐらいしかないんじゃない？
Not a whole lot of resistance being put up, just time on the board that's been taken off by M80. They peeled back, they got their opener.
完成側も正確に言うと外直はないと思うけど、まあ走行が割られたらあそこ外直みたいなもんだから、あそこもほぼポイントだから。
Not necessarily. I think there is definitely options.
2回俺外直4枚あるからきついと思うけど。
C4 in hand, and that is towards the storage, but nobody actually in towards the control room at the moment, which is probably the only thing you would look at is if they get into that room, how are you going to stop the plant?
オフさん、ほらありがとうございます。
Right now, if you're M8, you want to hold on to that man advantage, and well, no, never mind. They still have it. I thought they tossed it away, as I say, but no, still kills come back. I think Spoit picked up Citizen. Yes, he did, and now for Soniqs. They have to play from behind into the final execute, which they haven't had to do before.
Geo was pushing in towards garage for the plant, but bails out, heads out to the storage window.
2回目の近くでこうずってるね。いや、こうなるときついね。人数不利でこの時間。あ、1回か。
Are taken off the board as Kino has fallen. Geo gets off the plant though. 6 seconds ticking away.
いや、これジオのカバーがないけど、うわ、ジオよく倒して、うわ、それでは話変わった。
Everyone is too far away to try and collapse back onto this. Geo into the overtime now, trying to get the plant down. It's Gunner and Geo. The Gunner.
いや、でもジオが耐えれねえ。そうだよね。上から見れんのか、会場。
To drop Geo, leaving Gunner alone now in a 1v2. Has some top control.
今度上から見える。あ、上から見えるね。リテイクに来たんだ、2人とも。
That Legion Mine should reveal his position, and Iconic comes sprinting up the stairs to try and collect this kill. Both of them make it to the top of the stairwell. Some missed shots there on a quick peek, and Iconic will collect it.
今のそこまで警戒してなかったように見えたけど、よく勝ったね。
They thought Pro finishes as food.
To a mid-game snack, and
いやいや、オフさんありがとうございます。僕も俺、オフさんいつもなんかコメントしてもらってたのになと、今ちょっとふと思いましたけど。いやいや、フォローしてもらえるだけでありがたいです。あれ、ワニパンチ来てから言ってたんだって。いやでも SSG はさ、違うのよ。純粋にマジで間に合ってなかったと思う、チームが。今日の仕上がり見ると、あ、随分良くなってるなと思ったんだけどさ、いやでもそれは SSG なしじゃないって思うんだよ。ね、1週間ずらしてもらってさ、アシュの誕生日をさ、考慮してもらって。でもなんかぶっちゃけ、ワニマンシが言ってたじゃん。スクリームもうバチクソ強いってフォックスが言ってたって言ってたじゃん。だからスクリームでうまくいってたからある程度課題が見えづらかったのかなっていう真面目な話するとね、課題が見えづらくてでスクリームでやってることをまあなんとか6割ぐらい出せるんだけど勝ちきれないとでオーバータイムまで行って競り負けてるからそこをちゃんと1週間かけて修正してきたんじゃないかなっていう気は俺はするけどね、これ真面目な意見として。ただ一番きつい見方すると1週間開幕遅らせてもらったのにチームのその仕上がりが悪いってなんやねんっていうのはちょっとあるよな。
You have to reinforce that once that main breach gets opened is you can't hold garage without a
プロがジャッカル使っても遊撃多いなの見てまあ短縮だねどっちかっていうとジャッカルは別に必ずしもフットプリント取ってキルにつなげたいわけじゃないんだよ。あれはフットプリント取ってドローンを回す時間の省略をしたいんだよね。ナイトヘブンラバー特に広いからそれはクレパペも言ってた広いすごい広いマップだって言ったからクリアリングが間に合わんすら遊撃がかなり出るから。
in towards electrical as best they can and some nades below, which was one thing I did say they were missing.
8分の5だけど最初の3日ぐらいまでしかオーバータイムしてないでしょ。今日の試合もそうだし1週間前の最終日の試合も結構クリアで勝ってたよね。ワイルドカード戦だったっけ結構すんなり勝ってたよ。
But he did also hear the window opening up beside him. The quick swing, he'll lose about half his health and retreat back towards the bomb site now. Now Doc in play, a much more common operator these days, and the ADSs will recharge as the EMP wears off. So now Spoit still holding in a strong position here with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, they've tried to EMP the ADSs away.
うわー、その位置きついぞスポイト。ゴメスがかわしてくれた。おお、花丸ショットが。なるほど、それそのとこにいたのか。
And Geo have to do the heavy lifting. Just Citizen now. Geo is gone, but as I say that,
いやこれはスポイトに花丸ショットがもさせるという奇策。確かにこの辺りなんかあれだね、手札多いね。M80。確かに確かに。
I think a good response here back to
playing games and you
get a clean Zero's trying to equalize that count as well.
いい勝負しとるの。
heading to the last round of the first half and it's Very nice opening pick from Rexon topside onto Kino the last time they attacked this bomb site. Gunner pushing in towards the top of the garage rafters this time. And it looks like, again, for M80, slight alteration to the defense. No top floor roamer as of right now.
Yeah.
That, again, is just going to allow Soniqs to get in very quickly, assert a lot of control, and start working that verticality.
Yeah, this is plan B. This is go for the C4s. This is the other option of how you
まあ
can
で
defend
も
this.
強いのは強いんだけどショットガン言うて少しさ選択としては増えたぐらいじゃん。イエーガーとかバンディットが持ったりとか、まあ、ソーンが持ったりとか、まあ、花丸強いのそう考えると、まあ、あとウォーデンとソリスかなあたりが持ったりとか、まあ、それぐらいじゃない幅が広がったのって、まあ、あとパルスが持ったりぐらいだから。まあでももともとショットガンが持ってた例えばスモークとかミュートが強すぎるんじゃないかっていう話はあると思うから、いや今ドンピシャで見えたね。それはあるとは思うけど、今日シチズンがシチズンしてないの。打ち方が綺麗すぎる。全然ブレない。M80 全員顔面強いな。そうかな。MSMS さん初めてチャットもありがとうございます。昨日とか優しい顔してない。アイコニックが顔面強いのはもう異論がない。まあ、そういう意味では存在感強いよね。アイコニック。あれでもジオスルイと入った。これ結構さ、こうそうスルイと入られるのが結構さ地下の問題なんだよね。3枚先に割って後からスルイとスニークで入られるんだよ。なんか見切れないんだよな、広すぎて。地下の拠点もあんだよ。うわ削られた。お願いスポイト出るんじゃないこれ。あお願いスポイト失敗。レックゼン階段からいい車線敷いてた。さすがのディアスでも無理。
Soniqs, a great opportunity spotted. Geo, he made that. He
あ、みんなイケメンってこと？顔面偏差値高いってこと？まあ確かにそうだ。
Geo says, "Come with me. This site is open. We can go for this." Grixer's like, "I'm on it. Straight in, bang. Use the alliance scans, creates that space. Love it, love it, love it."
そうね、アザミバーンは最近結構定着してきたよね。俺ももう日本は確かにちょっと少ない傾向にある気がするな。スポイトでも日本人にも愛されそう。ボールもそうだけど日本人に愛されそうな顔してるよね。あ、そう、キノ意外に身長高いんだよね。なんで意外かっていうとキノ若干猫背じゃん。だから座ってる時は他の選手と比べて、そんなに高いイメージないんだけど、ステージに立った時結構チームの中で高いんだよね。俺もびっくりした。
They did try a late flank topside, but it got shut down, I believe, by Gunner upstairs. So we'll see if Soniqs are ready to read that one out. We do have a top 4 roamer right now. Spoy is taking damage through the windowsill. He has not dealt nearly as much as he's received. Down to about 30 HP, leaving connector back in towards server. And again, a collapse coming from the garage rafters. Pretty sure that's Grixer it is with the V308. We've seen a lot of 417 DMR play on Lions. First EOD will hold Spoit in place on the server pillar. He's kind of got nowhere to go.
あ、チビス君全然高いよ。多分俺より身長高いと思う。クレパピとツーショットこの間なんか撮ってたんだけどさ、ある試合でその時にも感じた。クレパピめっちゃ高いからさ、185いかないのかな。185なんだよクレパピって身長。それに横に並んでもチビス君全然あ高いなと思った。マッコンチュさん初めてチャットありがとうございます。多分ねスポイト入ってると思うんだけどルーツまではさすがに追えねえから、スウェーデン人っていう国籍だけは知ってる。入ってんじゃないかな。系統的に見て。あ、タイ人のハーフなんだ。よく知ってんだ。お父さんがじゃあスウェーデン人。お父さんの方の国籍になりがちだもん。
assist there as he was droned out of the top of the blue stairs and went for the retreat back towards.
ああ、NA もフェンリル高いのか。なんかでも世界的に高いフェンリルイメージあるなと思ってたけど。EU とブラジルはそれほどもない。これだからそのエリアごとのあれ統計みたいね。
a good position to be in. Diaz
今度見と
roamed
こ
out
う
at the top of the cargo stairs.
実況のネタにも使えそうだ
Hold for any pushes in towards the bottom of garage. There goes Gio collecting another one onto Gomez. Diaz will at least trade one back under Rex.
また Gio が
Free
シュート
fire
食らっ
will
てる
not collect a headshot. Gunner drops Kino, and now the plant going down from
いや、これ
Gio
は
is
さすがに
just iconic remaining on the pulse. No nitro cell left in hand and a 1v4, and he will not
Gio
be
パフォーマ
long
ンス
for
いい
this
な
world as Gio will shut it.
2-4で折り返し攻撃が4本通った感じだな
Gonna start. You do get the play going down. Gio's been unreal so far this game. And
シーズンがシーズンし始めたんじゃない
start things off. I think Spoit's been alive
すごいね
for about a
ジオが
minute
9キルなん
30
だ
combined
珍しいね
for the last 3 rounds. So
ジオに
this
キルが
is
回ってくること
early
なかなか
deaths
珍
here
しい
for
ね
Spoit. Another beautiful start here for the Sonics, and man, you're trying to take a 5.
フェンリルはもうちょっと範囲狭めるとかあってもいいかも
It
ね
is good. So you're able to destroy one Selma, one detonates, and it will open up a vault hole onto the double breach wall.
And the thing is that hole isn't that good because you can't
ま
really
あそ
play from a
の
long angle
e
to
ス
cover
ポー
the
ツ
bomb site. You
の
need to
実
kind
況
of
解
swing
説
into
はさ
trench
どこでテッ
there
ク
for
イシュ
easy
発生
free
するか分
fire
かん
and
ない
easy
から
C4. It gives you
ある
time
程度
for
なん
those
か
move into
想定
sight,
しておかない
knowing
とあ
that
れなんだ
guys are going to be sat all the way back at the boxes with the angle opened up. That spawn kill, obviously it's going to play a big impact in the round. You've taken out Jackal, you've got that first pick. The mentality factor. Spoit getting spawn peek right off the rip by Citizen is going to be a tilter because you're getting prepared. Okay, here we go, attack time. Oh, I'm dead straight away. You know, that's where you're going to sit there and think, oh, it's not a good day.
Phone call come out from Kino as he steps directly into a goo mine, the opposite of the windowsill. Let's push in for M80 towards the middle floor here. A lot more time burn just ascertaining the position of these defenders, and I'm not actually convinced that M80 have figured out where these roamers or the Sonics are. Rexon's still top blue, Gunner's in control looking to retreat back towards the cargo stairs. He knows his flank hold is present outside the window. Not sure if he's prepared for the elevation, and he's not as he'll get gunned down from behind. The attempted sprint back to the site. Yas will collect him. We level out in a man count here, but Rexon's still on the roam. Could
す
be
ごい
an
なジャッ
absolute
カル
ace
と
in the
トッ
hole
ケビ
here
の
for the
荷積み
Sonics.
いやもう遊撃を早めに潰さないとなんだよでも言うても残り1分だからなきついよねまあでも突き下げ入ってるからある程度遊撃無視だねこれ
Rexon, for example, just light up the show. He could be on for a deadly flank. Kino looking to push down in towards pillar stairs. Just checking his angles.
この未来えぐいよ
Left to assist him.
なこれレクセンが早めに戻れるからね
look at Rexon now. This is the man to watch.
もう進行してるよっていうのを
The solo
グリ
push
クサ
here
ーと
is
ガン
now
ナーなのかな
showing
現地
Kino with the
あら
diffuser
ら
trying
ら
to
ら
push
入
down
っ
the
ちゃっ
exo
た
stairs. He's made
な
his way all the way into the bomb site. Gomez had joined him.
ニトロセルの音を
Here
気に
comes
して
the
る
drop from Rexon.
あれともっとこ
Flank
れだ
potential towards exo stairs is now
プラン
nullified.
トしてるのは分かってる
Turning
ね
and
い
they
ちゃ
will
く
notice
て
the plant is going down. The spray comes through, but not before the
外ロ
plant
ッ
is
クちゃん
completed.
と入って
Gio
た
will actually cut down in turn. There goes Grixer as well. So now it's a 2v4 for Citizen and Rexon
あらららら
to work their way out of, make it a 4v1
攻
now.
撃強え
Just
な
Rexon alone, the man who could have gone for the
え
supreme
分かっ
flank,
てる
ends up coming back Animus, and it just isn't the right
それゴメスの
flanking
カメラ
route
なん
to
で死
take.
んでんだゲハだろ
M8
あれかラスベガスが雨だからか
is deep. That
全部ラスベガスの雨のせいにする
Oh, we're good.
as-
Other areas you can use your blitz really good in connector room. Again, these one-way fights you want to be taking are very strong. I'm curious to see how they're going to use them. The only
この
thing is, you
防
may
弾
be thinking, oh, why
偵察
don't
ブロ
we
ッカ
push
ー
him
か
in
これいい
towards
よ
here? Why don't we
ね
push in towards
こ
Aqua
れ
and then
結
into
構いい
sight
ぞ
from there? There's feet holes usually made along double wall
あそ
into
こって
sight.
さ
That's not very good
指令
for
セ
blitz 'cause you're only
指
gonna
令
get
セン
shot
ター
from
側
the
の階
side
段って
as you
さ
try to run in the door.
結構ドローン
There's a few issues sometimes
外の
with
入り
blitz
口の
there,
隙
so
間
yeah,
から
I'll just
中に入れ
wait
き
till
ら
I
ず
see
に
what
階
else
段
to
いる
go
の
for.
かなとか
Terrace
その入り
brief
口
looking to
覗い
get
てない
opened
か
up
な
here
み
for
たいな
Diaz.
確認することが多いからさあ
No
の
mute
偵察
camera,
ブロ
so
ッカ
it's
ー
just
確
a
かに
bandit
頭いい
battery, so the fact that he was able to place the thermite charge.
ベガスは今日も
Free to
雨だっ
go.
た
And the wall will get blown wide open by the exothermic. There's a mirror staring directly at it, though. Gunner will be playing that from
ラス
inside
ベ
the
ガス一回
server.
行きたいよ
So for M80 here, gonna have to do some more work as running face first into that mirror is not the most ideal strategy. Some entries in towards garage. And Gomez down below with the buck, trying to cause some havoc from underneath the skeleton key.
あー先に今回はちゃんとあ違う相手のあれか攻守交代してるかあれか
Seems to be an attack on all fronts from M80.
あ出た
Yeah, he's going to try and push down through
世界に
Aqua.
2番目ぐらいに
That's
信用
gonna be
できないアイ
his
コニ
avenue.
ックのブリッツ来た
Um, like I said,
俺はマジでアイコニックのブリッツ信用してないから。アストラリス時代にどんだけ見たんだ。
Oh, that's an important pick. That was the guy downstairs trying to clear out those angles for the blitz to move in.
ベガス物価やばいんだ。
I don't
ニュー
know
ヨ
if
ークも
Iconic
今
say
相
maybe
当
do
やば
what
い
he。wants to do now.
Here comes the blitz, though. He is able to flash, punch, and finish off Gio. Kino will grab one onto Grixer, pushing through IT as well, and Citizen trying to come for the flank up blue. Again, he's just milliseconds behind where he needs to be. The coverage from outside on the balcony as well is good as it will repel him back down with a flashbang. Nitrocell thought about being ripped there from Gunner. Second Nitro goes out, but there's no one home. Citizen somehow gets the knife through the shield onto Iconic. Juked him out there, and we level at a 3v3 man count.
Oh, decision making from
Iconic.
He's decided to chase for the kill. I would have done the same, Rob, so I don't blame him for it, but he has lost that knife. If you stab at the same time, it's literally down to luck who gets it. Now Citizen, look at this. Kill the players he walked through. That's 3 in a round for Citizen. There's another player there. They know he's below, and now Citizen has a 1v2. Flashbang goes in. 7 seconds. They have to try and go for a plant. And the good news is, Rob, there's no C4.
No C4 for Citizen and no identification of where the plant is going down. Good news is here for Citizen. About 5 HP. Lots of shots ring out towards the triple wall breach that was opened up by M80. Retreat back up towards the garage rafters here for Citizen. Perilous, but not impossible. Indecisive on which angle he wants to take is the priority. Looking back towards servers, the breach hole. Unsure if he should keep holding this IT as no one is moving. The time is ticking away from Citizen. He needs to make an entry, needs to spot one person out. He's able to fade out the but Diaz will collect. Citizen unable to aid.
he will. Obviously,
シーズンエース行くかと思ったんだけどな。
You could see Citizens.
アイコニックに殴り方とこ見たかったな。カナディアンのラテロチャージで自爆したのと同じところぐらい見たかった。
So we got the EMPs coming out from the back pocket of the Montaigne on Kino as well. The bandit trick once again from Gio will be successful onto a different wall. So was able to bandit trick the left panel, and this one getting opened up. Yeah, it's the better for the attackers as you do have the longer angle to be played over towards the EXO door as well in towards bomb site. So better opportunity here for M80 to have some attacking routes and some visibility in towards the bomb site and towards the EXO doorway. Should they be able to get a plant down, better for diffuser coverage. Other than that, though, M80 not taking a whole lot of map control, still outside the map itself. Minute in, again, no roam coming out from the Sonics, so it's just taking a minute for M80 to ascertain the position of these Sonics defenders and know that they're free to go. Spoit, though, as I say that, will jump in through lobby and grab Gunner. He was at 90, I guess. Yep. Wow, so there goes the roaming Legion, the only roamer that Sonics had. It's a good opener again for M80.
Same way we talk about how the opening pick is very important for Sonics and their attacks, equally for M80. Getting that opening pick, it sets the tone, it gives you that control now. M80 have a Monty. They're going to play this. You know, we talked about Sonics playing a controlled version. That's ×2 now with a Monty. He's literally there just to set the tempo, can give that information, can realistically push wherever he wants. If I look at that line from Sonics, there's nothing as a Monty player I'm scared of. The C4, sure you may are, gets a C4. You can just walk back. You can play around the C4.
よく今吸い抜けたな。ちょうど今ドローン回してるやん。あー、これ後ろ取られた。あれ。
Oh dear, as I've said all that, they then die to
ちょうどクリアリングが、いやクリアリングの順番が今ちょっと悪かったな。
Citizen on the flank again. He's loving the MP7 between last round and this round. He's got 5 kills on MP7 right now. Actually, 4. He did get one with the knife onto Iconic on the blitz.
青さんフォローありがとうございます。
Nonetheless, levels up the man count. Now 45 seconds left. All that talk you said, Harry, about the Montaigne, it's not going to be the disruptor.
Steve Austin just came in and he stunned me. That's what that's like right now.
Still more soft destruction being done here from Iconic onto the buck now. It's usually going as you see on that one, but taking damage on through those kill holes as the Nitrocell had flown errant and had not connected. Will be dropped by Spoit as he makes
そうだよね、1の動きだよね、これね。1の動きでジャッカルで解決してくれてるのがでかい。まずいですよ。まずいですよ。よー、かわしてくれた。ただ、トラントがワンチャンスしかない。
So it's down to the 2v2 and only one gun standing right now from Diaz. Outside the double shot there. A nice trade. Diffuser. Spoit with less than a second left on the board pulls off the plant and will clutch it out.
How has he done that?
アイコニック、お前のヘッドセットはワイヤレスなのか。
I don't know what.
We're gonna. I thought it was gonna be.
さすがスポイト。
Tenths of a second. They lose the Monty, not knowing where Citizen was on the flank at the top of the cargo stairs.
コウさん、フォローありがとうございます。いや、これ今の一本でかいね。いやー、ソニックスの解決策も結構的確だったよ。あそこダブルピークでさ、1回目やられた地下の守りでしょ。外のロックをダブルピークでちゃんと処理して、もうプランターを落とせば勝ちってところだったから、今のスポイトの全てを褒めるしかない。
You see Kino ping the Claymore like, buddy, are you gonna do your job? Nice attempt there for Citizen. It does not go the way he wants it to. He will be the opening death. So a huge superstar round, a couple rounds ago. And actually last round as well, being a difference maker, able to cut down.
まずいですよ。今流れをシーズン切りに行く大胆な攻めを見せたんだけど。
Gomez, about 50 damage to Kino.
ドニーさんいらっしゃい。
will persevere beyond his demise.
ゆっくり見ていってください。まあいつも雑談してるだけだけどね、これ見ながら。みんなのその海外の情報に助けられてるってだけだよ。
So as we know, it's going to be a bit of time before we start to see really any action in towards the site. The main key component the attackers need is that top floor. Use that verticality, of course. Gunner's going to try and keep himself safe with his Fenrir gadgets. Make sure nobody can push him in from behind. He will get that indicator, of course. But M80 again, they'll take their sweet time with it. They don't need to rush. They know they are in command. They know they have the lead, and it's up to Soniqs, of course, to try and get these kills back. Just making sure there's everything going for M80 in this round. Every utility, not wanting to risk anything. Has a C4 waste it, gets no kills there. Rexon. Geo still has his C4, of course, but Rexon does make up for it though, a kill with the SMG11. And M80 now, maybe they're looking to go a little bit more direct, just straight into the site.
Yeah, it seems like they've kind of lost control of the top floor as a flank was coming up the blue stairs as well. They are repelling it momentarily. It's the Warden right now, Geo, debating going for that flank, just waiting for the attention from the balcony to turn away the most opportune time. Spoit thinking about going into the cargo window as well. Instead, he's going to try and pop the cargo door with a Selma, but instead just allows the approach towards the cargo window. Even closer to the shotgun as Rexon will pull out the SMG-11 instead. Gomez will grab one, but there's the swing onto Rexon to drop Spoit. It's Diaz carrying the diffuser, who will be all important in this round. Iconic, though, will drop Gunner, and he's heading towards the basement, so that'll leave a 2v2. He's coming back up the cargo stairs now. 25 seconds left on the clock here. He's still got some cost control from M80. Trying to work their way towards the bomb site. Time is ticking away from them, and it's slipping away from them here. Yes, like I said, carrying that diffuser. There's 12 seconds on the clock, vaulting into the garage window. We'll head in towards Geo on the flank. Once again, they have no idea. Iconic cut down, the flank going down, and Geo will put him on the floor. A beautiful reaction, and Geo will tie.
No,
Beautiful reaction だったな今のは。
Use getting into that Spoit.
13
接戦になってきたね。まあでもナイトヘブンラブやっぱ見てて楽しい。
minimum, if not overtime. And for M80 here, they do get 3 rounds in a row to start the second half. Soniqs
シーズンが地味な仕事してる。
find a nice
シーズンの持ちつき。
I think he was able to get one Selma at least. Pulled the claw off, backed off.
あ、でもわざと壊
Two
した。
Selmas will be successful partially. The left one will get Electroquad actually on the return. And they shot off the right one.
もう一個ある予定だったと思うんだよな。
to get in towards the bomb site for the breach here for M80 that
手前のやつは自分で壊してたけど、
Citizen is late reinforcing the single wall into Anubis as well, and he gets away with it.
意図的に壊れたんじゃないと。
Yeah, that will cause them a lot of issues. They still have one hard breach gadget.
ああ、UBI さんの公式ページの試合結果、あれなんかね、前からあったけど、俺もいつからだったかな、前シーズンからあった気がするんだよ。
Another way that you can pressure the attackers in the bomb site. So yeah, a big stumbling block that now we're going to see how quick MA could think in their feet, because that is a big thing that it's something that I feel you don't prep for because it shouldn't happen to begin with. So I'm going to be really impressed to see if M8 actually win this round, because I think Soniqs now just that display, they're in such a good position, and the thing is with Soniqs, they
応
probably
用
don't
力
even
だ
know
った
that
ら
they
まだ
are.
もう今シーズンの CS 使うのもまだ上だと思う。ラウンドごとの修正力という意味では。そうじゃないものを持ってくるのがやっぱり UANA ブラジルの強さだと思う。それ知らねえわみたいな持ってくるの。それ知らねえわ、あるいはその硬すぎるアプローチ何みたいな。
collects the head of Iconic. So like I said,
その
whether or
後
not
が
we
日本
actually
チーム
get
と
to
ス
the
クリームして
bomb
もない
site
大会になって
determined on
る
whether
大
or not
会
this
になって
roam
る
clear is successful. There hasn't been a whole lot of success for M80 thus far.
Yeah, that's the second time now we've seen in this game where the Jackal gets killed by the Solus through the wall, seeing the gadget active.
わあ神やった
Oh, Gunner, great swing. Diaz had no idea you were there, using the vigil to a great cause. And wow, this is shut, closed. It's gone. The restaurant isn't here. It's done.
いやこれは難しいぞ組み立てが
Very poor rounds,
さすがに
losing the bite rob in the early stages. They have a full roam set, a roam hunting setup as well. You have a dog, you have a jackal. It's still nothing against these.
あらららら
Gomez will get one, but Rexon with a quick two-piece to wrap. Regaining the
先にマッチポイント取られたか
One thing when
これちょっと首位固めが 2ポイント取らないと
you
厳
know
しく
you
な
kind
い
of start
厳
to
しくなるん
see
じゃない
obviously Spoit, Diaz, Gomez, and then it kind of drops off. Whereas Sonic,
イグジストも持ってきた戦術を押し付けるよねまあイグジストとクレスはそんなイメージだね
The Sonics might have an opportunity here to
予想外という言葉が今一番当てはまる RGL はノーセプションな気がします
But it all comes down to
そ
this
れどう
round
いう
here
意
and
味
they'll head
戦術
topside
的
to
なっ
try
て
and
こと
close things out.
いやで
Another
も
blitz
結構
coming
今
out from
シーズン
Iconic. We'll see
ベ
if
タな
he's
シ
a
ーズ
little
結
more
構してるよ
successful and a little more sight focused this time around. As like you said, it was an
そこまで尖ってないし、
enticing
やっぱり。
chase down Aqua Stairs to try and go get
まあその
Citizen.
尖り方を突き詰めた結果レベンに攻め分けたからな先にさらに上の世界の尖りのチームに会っちゃったからね
Bandit trick won't be attempted either as Citizen will just place another battery down and head off towards connector. The IT wall get opened
まあ
up.
レベンの試合見てないけど
Relatively free one EMP
さらに尖らしてきてるのか
used,
ね
or two, actually, from Kino. And now there goes the triple wall reinforcement into garage as well. The Sonics will burn a minute, but they're peeling back towards the bomb site.
I feel as though Citizen probably could have banned the trick there for a little bit longer. You know, no nades on the lineup of M80
いや
to
スカーズは
worry
やってくれると思い
about.
ます
Maybe
よ
want to try and ban the trick the other side.
CAG もそうだけ
Oh,
ど
he misses the wrong side.
やっぱなんか
Luckily,
意識が
didn't see the
変わったなって
commitment
いう
from
気がす
Diaz
る
open up.
CAG がやっぱ出続けた頃ってなんかもうそれが当たり前になっちゃって CAG 自身も別に世界大会へ集中してなかったわけじゃないけどなんかちょっとうまく世界大会に対するこう追い込みみたいなのがやりきれてなかったんじゃないかなっていうこの間いけなくてスカーズがあそこまで結果出したら CAG に対してもかなりいい刺激になってるんじゃないかなと思うけど
Well, once again, we're ticking down on the clock here, and not a whole lot has been accomplished. But here come the EMPs, and here come the
メジャーの5上ペングがやってたやつ
Good position to be in though if you're
いやでもあの戦い方限界あるから俺はどっかで捨てないといけないといやもう俺はメジャーでもうあれ以上のことはやるべきじゃないと思ったあの戦い方やっぱ限界がある再現性がないからさ全然悪いわけじゃないのああいう戦い方してもいいんだけど再現性が低いから本当に上位に対して勝ち上がっていきたいんであればおおアイコニック成長したなお前のブリッツ
opening pick in the round with 38 seconds on the clock. Rexon trying to repel any particular entry into
あでもディフューザー落ちちゃった
IT and Kino will grab another one to Rexon. The
いたたたたた
into the bomb site absorbing as much damage as possible.
やるなアイコニックアイコニックのブリッツがパワーアップしてるぞ
He'll make it a 1v4 onto Diaz. The plant is going down from Kino though. It's going to be point blank against the
それは右が先に出るから厳しい
But he's going to have to peel back towards the server, rotate.
あららオーバータイム見えましたねこれはさすがのガンナーでもブリッツ残ってるんだったら厳しい面白くなってきたね面白くなってきてるね
We head into surrender with both teams at least securing 1 point thus far. It's just 3 rounds to try and decide who gets that last point. Come away with a 2-point overtime victory. Kino with the diffuser, with the Montaigne. We got a lot of stacking outside the double breach as well. This could be a very fast round from MA.
ここでモンタかここでも平面攻めだねこれでもアイコニックやられた上の一人の抑えなのかな
Soniqs trying to employ that same
ミラーをスモークで塞いでだ
roam game and M80 not wanting to deal with that whatsoever. They're going very direct. Once again, Rob, like we mentioned before, the kind of wrong side of the wall is going to be opened up.
いやーグラズなんだよねここまでグラズ一発も打ってなかったでしょ銃声消してたよね
we level out the man count as Iconic was the first pick at the hands of Gunner off site. Rexon, again, trying to spot this plant coming out from Kino. A bait from Kino now will try and draw the range from EXO and draw the engagement. Pushing all the way up to the mirror now. And yeah, he's walking away here. He's kind of looking towards tank, trying to figure out where these defenders are. Halfway through the round now, and he might end up actually trying to plant on the mirror wall. This is a tough spot to be in if you're Kino, but he's backing out now towards the half wall.
Yeah.
Gunner's still on the flank here. This could be dangerous here for M80. They're not committing to the plant as of yet.
Oh, I'm terrified because if Kino makes the wrong decision, it is over. Diffuser's going to be cold in the middle of a room. I'm surprised he's not just going to try and go for the default plant. Oh, what a pick from Diaz. Sees Gunner in the garage, and now that does give them an advantage. I mean, Kino, maybe they went for let's gain some information before we try and go for the plant. Now he's by himself. He's out in towards EXO. And Grixer, he has to try and do it all in a 1v4. I don't know what's really happened this round, but it's working out so well for M80. They've won it. Rob.
結構平面で停滞するときついかなと思ったけど、やっぱグラスが最後まで効いたな。ブリッツ流行ってきてるというか、ブリッツがいないともうどうこうもしようがない膠着状態があるってことなんだよな。まあ、ブリッツかモンタだね。まあ、特にオレゴンとかまさにそう。まあ防衛が硬すぎてガジェットが増えて、縦オペ持ってこないと解決できねえわとか、縦オペ持ってこないと時間かかりすぎるからブリッツでもどんどんエリア取りたいわみたいな展開があるって感じだね。流行ってきてるというか、もう環境的にそうせざるを得ないな。まあイコールだから流行ってるってことでしょって言われると、まあそれはそうなんだけど。
Lots of breaching trying to get accomplished simultaneously, and they're each going to have to wait their turn.
Again, taking their time, Soniqs. Make sure this wall can get opened up. Down goes the Selma, down goes the Thermite charge. That just stops it, so Bandit cannot get both sides. He has to get one or the other, so that wall will be open no matter what. Just a little tip for anyone there if you are struggling with getting walls open.
ああ、なるほどね。セルマと変な割れ方しちゃったね。セルマとさ、ヒートチャージ同時起爆したから変な割れ方しちゃったね。
Medics has left us in a cliffhanger. Did the wall get opened? Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay. It all works out in the end. It's a very unfortunate set of circumstances there for the Sonics, but they do get the wall they wanted to open into IT nonetheless. And here comes Rexon again towards meeting. Was on the sledge the last time he pushed on this side. This time onto the Jackal, the C7E. Gunner looking trying to breach in towards servers as well as the EMP from Citizen will help him accomplish that task. He does have enough radius there to grab it.
ディアスが序盤飯食べてたんで、この試合でしたっけ、こんばんは。シルバーさんいらっしゃい。あ、なんか食ってたな、確かにカメラ映った時。なんか食ってたように見えた気が、俺もちらっとしてる。だ確信はない。そこまでちゃんと見てないし、多分その選手のカメラが映ってるとか極力飛ばしてるから。出た、ショットが。まずいですよ。まずいですよ。まずいですよ。よく止めた。
Looks like Iconic got one in the fray there, but that is Spoit shut down, so the M870's rampage comes to an end short. And Gomez still laying prone behind the command center desk. Health advantage onto the side of M80. Still got a shotgun here from DS holding the IT door. Pushing from connector, taking some damage. And now there goes Gomez dropping Geo. This could be the closer here for M80 on their defense. Rexon trying to push his way back towards the server breach. And still dealing with swings from connector. There's the Magnum coming out, and Gomez will clean it up. M80 down 4-2 at the half. Bring it all the way back and win it 8-6 in overtime.
The issue is trying to get across is
2 ポイント。あー、1位確定なんだ。ワイルドが3ポイントか。あ、いや、嘘だな。ダークゼロが2戦連続で3ポイント取れば、19まで上がるから、ダークゼロがワンチャン上がれる可能性があるのね。なるほど。あともうダークゼロの試合2試合だよね。面白くなってきたね。ダークゼロがこの順位のどこに滑り込むかだな。ここでちょっと SSG さんじゃないや、ダークゼロさん試されるね。ここで メジャーに向けて希望が出るかどうか。
Oregon, which hopefully everybody by now should understand. Pretty defensive sided, but you never know. This is a lot of difficulty here for Rice. Shake us off on the observation there. Doesn't want us witnessing the whiff onto the drone. I think the drone is still alive. Jane, I know, has been able to push all the way up through dining in towards the bottom of White Stairs and trying to lock down any potential roam coming out from Rice. Looks like he's going to take that opportunity whiffing on the drone to evacuate down the freezer stairs. Canadian and Pamba both trying to retreat up tower stairs as well, trying to apply some pressure towards T1. It's a slow going offense here for SSG, still trying to get some T3 control, work their way down at the back, and right now for DarkZero, they're sitting pretty.
See what they want to go for SSG. Their lineup is a little bit more tame than what we're used to seeing. No Ying on the board, which is a bit of a surprise. It's certainly an operator that we know they will like to go for.
今のはグーマインがあれだね、可視化されたことによって一瞬で分かった事例だね。
Rice, as a Warden player, you need to be on your game. If you know you're up against a team like SSG, you are vital. Obviously, he doesn't know that the lineup doesn't really affect him that much. There's not a single flash grenade or smoke on the side of SSG, so he's just got an MPX, that's really it. But I would say in later games that Warden role is going to be very, very important for stopping SSG and their pushes.
See Houghton bringing out the Twitch in response to the Mirror as well, being able to clear out any kind of ADSs or Lesion
ここから近攻めね。グリムでニアをどかしたいんだろうな。柱とシャイコポジと、もうでも結構ライン下げられたね。結構ガジェット的には自利品になってきた。ダークゼロ。やっぱパンチャーの意識使ってる。あらでも書いてる。あらあらららら。バンカーが取りきれなかったね。何その NGR のキャラコン、エグすぎだろ。
Pushing his way in towards elbow. There's not much to be done here for Houghton. Stuck between a rock and a hard place with 13 rounds and a DMR magazine. Working his way out towards pillar. Should be an easy lockdown here as NJR will swing out.
いやでも結局崩せないっていう。結局崩せませんでしたっていうのが This is オレゴン地下だね。
And I guess weather the storm IRL.
So if
set up.
Of course with the jumping in through double window and being able to push deep in towards kids, take that engagement. And almost bait, I want to say it baits in SSG to almost go for that jump in. Did you think, oh, it's fully reinforced, we can go for an easy plan? There's a mirror window can be popped open and you can toss your C4s, you can toss your impacts through that and perhaps get it down. That could also be an option for them, but I need to see how it plays out. In my head, that's what I think they're going to go for, is almost like a bait for SSG to jump in and then C4 them in a kill box.
We'll see what the response is here from Space Station. A lot of drone work being done here from Fultz and Forest with the Twitch and the Flores. There was the first Twitch drone taken off the board, though. Still one in pocket for Forest to be used later, and Fultz only using one Rotero drone in towards the games. He did a nice maneuver to get it off the roof into the game's window, which was nice to see.
でもこの試合はアザミフェンデルっていう典型的な最近のトレンドなんで、ナウなバナナ、ナウなバナ。
There goes the Flores. I imagine either camped outside the game's window or on rappel. It's a nice shot there with an SMG-11 for NJR to start things off, and Gavini will go down and turn to Ashen, pushing his way alone against a mirror window into Master.
Good kill to get back. Certainly is eliminating that Warden. Gav goes down. Jano, no. He has nades though. Houghton didn't, but he does. Nade goes in. Rice now. He's tangoing with Destiny. Jano, no. Is it going to go straight for the hatches? Rice going to suffer.
Oh, the
hatch gets broken and it falls down to him.
まさかの
What an aid, Rice.
高度な技を使われたぞ。ハッチ壊されて下に落とされる。
millimeters away from collecting a headshot in towards games as well as NJR.
屋根裏取られてるね。この人はどこにいるの？
J9L will cut down Pamba. Lots of damage going out, but it's all going the way of SSG in favor of them. It's just Canadian alone now stuck inside of the kid's rotate, trying to push his way towards Attic. Got the game's repel on lock. There goes Ashen. Houghton's on 10 HP. But it is Houghton to collect that.
カナディアンもでもやっぱ相変わらず M 綺麗だな。綺麗っていうかマジでリコイルがブレん。ここは結構フラグでやられちゃったね。 下に落とされた。
Didn't get to see the setup as cleanly, so we're unsure if we're running that back. I imagine though DarkZero have opted to swap things around a little bit and maybe save that one for the workshop, try and work that one in a little bit later. They do still have the same attic mirror and master though.
ライスさっきミラーも使ってたしな。
Are we running it back? We're running it back.
締め切りでブラックミラー貼るんだ。
Wanting to give this another run on game day. Like I said, the first seed is still up for grabs here. Houghton does swap off the hard breach charges as well. So he's got the nade. Force got nades as well. Houghton's just working his way up right. This could be a quick one here for Space Station.
見てた。
Houghton gets cut down by Panda. There goes.
今のはカメラで情報取れたくせ。
Third though, Ashen on the G36 barges his way into trophy. A round that seemed to be getting away from Space Station suddenly turns in their favor.
Don't know how it hasn't. They've just tried to walk into the site.
いやでもいい削りじゃない。ああまあゲージが足りんかった。
Once again, Troy Canadian in the clutch. 1 versus 3. Plan to go down with a very little contest. C4 wasted from below. Didn't get a kill with that one. Canadian has to push up the white stairs. A familiar position. He's been in all too often. And he gets eliminated.
あらら、ボーイ2本落としちゃった。やっぱ地下以外だな。
I imagine we're not gonna see that again.
問題はここですか。ここもうちょっとダークゼロ取れないときついね。
The Lamb was honestly the difference maker. All the attention is turned towards, it's 30 seconds into the round. Oh my god, there's a guy in sight. He came up white. Everyone's attention turns towards there, and then two G36s come bearing down on you from Armory, and it's lights out from there. So yeah, like you said, for DarkZero, we're turning to a stronger bomb site, although I really do believe the top floor is a very defensible bomb site as well. In the grand scheme of things, just odd strategy being employed here for DarkZero. Trying to make it work. Doesn't work as much. This looks more like a scrim than anything. Doesn't work the first time, they run it back the second time. Okay, now we'll head back downstairs.
I wonder how the scrims went, if that's how the real games went. Yeah.
ポッターのグリムがまた8に使われるのか
We've seen there that the angle for T1 stairs tried to get opened up there by Forrest, but as we know, that was going to be reinforced. He doesn't get that luxury. Would have picked up 2 great kills, as we've seen 2 players stacked up on the T1, but it's not going to be an issue as Ashen still gets control of T1 nonetheless. Realistically for SSG, it's just getting the basics done now for this basement. Get the hatches open, do the drone work, figure out the weak point for DZ, which, I mean, on this basement, it's very difficult to pinpoint a weak point, especially with Mira up. If Mira's up for basement, it makes things so much more difficult, because you almost have to, like,
でも多分グリムも同じ役割だと思うけどね。会議ホール発置下の、あとはビッグタワー階段降りの、シャイコポジ含めた臭い部分をカワンハイブで多分ニアにいない、ショットガンで降りを待たれるのを警戒する感じにするんだと思う。あとこのボイラー室のところ。カナディアンなんで飛ばされたんですか？フランク？リバイバーできると思う。ああ、でも柱裏の警戒が今強いな。ビッグタワーに行った。
Canadian will get revived though. The bomb chassis that's supplied.
8だいぶくせえな。お、勝負した。強っ。今だってさ、1枚からの車線無視したよね。
That one will get caught by a magnet this time around, and now a drop into the electrical box as Rice will turn his attention back towards Freezer. False grabs Canadian what was left of him anyway for a 2-minute advantage very quickly here. Rice though able to shut down the Freezer flank. He shot from behind. He's able to see his feet through the drone.
絶望。
ラ
イスの車線が残ってないとプラント止めるのが難しくなった。時間はないけど殲滅に来た。殲滅に来た。うわ、耐えたんじゃない？これ耐えたんじゃない
？Why do they all push? Just plant. They've chased the kill. Why have they chased the kill?
ニトロスどっちなんだろうね。今なんかプラント行けって言ってるけど、俺結構五分に見えたけどな。プラントでよかったんじゃないって言ってたけど。ニトロの数読み間違ったのかな。ワンチャンニトロで飛ばされる可能性があったから。まあでもプラントの方がタクとしてはブルーシートまで取れたから横差しの車線敷けてたから、まあ確かにプラントの方が一般的なタクかなっていう気はしなくもないな。 6体だね今ダークゼロ。神がかり的な粘りだ。
I wonder what the idea now for SSG is going to be, because after losing that round, it's certainly a bit of a tilter. You know, you have to sit there and think, wow, how have we messed that one? And then they need to kind of clear the brain and just focus on the next round. What's done is done. You can't change that. Now we have to try and attack this first site. I will say that I think for DZ, the defense game has obviously been a little bit weak, I think, in getting kills. Obviously, Gam's done a great example of maybe why that's not true what I'm saying, but certainly I think SSG have had kind of one up on them in terms of the kill department. So I would like to see DZ with a little bit more of a fight back. I want to see some players step up here. I want to see Rice get involved. I want to see Pamba. You know, Pamba having a quiet game, that shouldn't happen.
No, we're looking for some more Panda party time here, but here comes Ashen.
Oh, 3枚いた。
Early and
サーバールーム3枚いた。
spray towards the freezer stairs. Ashen missing with the SMG
ハイドも1枚いたのに。
will be the first casualty of the round. Bolt's able to establish some top control here for Space Station as the roamers who were up here, looking at both Rice and Pamba. Both fall off. Sorry, Conveni on the Valkyrie who was up here previously. They both fall off.
いいブラックアイ。
Relaying so much intel towards the defenders here with a man advantage is a great spot
ちょ
to
っと
be
気づ
as
き
a
たかっ
minute
た
ticks
ね
away here for
SSG としては。
Use those cameras to great use, being able to relay that information. DZ with a lot of control now still around the map. I think Ashen giving himself up with those Dokubi calls is not going to do his team any favors. In the 40 seconds, SSG maybe it looks as if they want to move in towards Kitchen, but can't really drop Kitchen if you've got guys still inside of server. Houghton moves himself out towards free window, and oh, he's just caught lagging. Rice gets that on the window. Faults has dropped into sight, but with nobody to help him. I wonder where he's going to go. Let's get that refrag onto Rice, but here comes the players on server. NGR misses his shots.
今ショットガンを信じて当たりに行ったけどショットガンに騙されたね。
Eliminates one and
ショットガンに裏切られた。
DZ.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, case in hand here for Faults. He's trying to get a plant down on stage.
上が写真撮られるよね。そうだよ
Camera
ね。
and the attack from above. Canadian will drop Faults and Gavini will chew through J90.
ここは相手のエントリーっていうか準備が整う前に当たったことによって活路を開いたね SSG。 ただあと1本取らないとオレゴンの防衛だし。2回か。
Obviously, pressure on DZ
2分の2で
to
失敗
perform
したよ
well.
さっき。
I was going to comment that SSG haven't looked like the SSG that we thought we would see, Rob, apart from really that one round where they kind of went for that quick rush upstairs. That worked really well for them. And I was questioning, where's their Ying? Where are the blitzes? Where are the signature operators that SSG like to take? Finally, we're going to see. We're going to see something come in. This is now where you're looking at your Roden player to do really well. Oh my goodness, Forrest, take a back seat. Again, a Dokubi dives right off the rip, Rob. Wasted utility. It shouldn't be happening.
結構無茶な
No, it's just Forrest
1枚の
walking
遊
into
撃なんだ
a
け
free
ど。
fire. Pamba will get cut down immediately.
カバラインのパンパスが抑えられちゃった。
Trying to swing towards lobby onto Faults.
パンちゃんが今日ダメだね。
Trade out there and
1の5と沈んでます。今日というかこの試合止められてるね。いやこれでもカナディアンどうするかだな。でもさっきから遊撃間に合ってないんだよな。現地に進行されてるから確かにインがいるし。
This might be the perfect
これ
flanking
カンデラでゴリ
opportunity.
ッといけるかもし
Kendall's
れ
come
ない。
pouring out. Rice is going to have to bail out of pit. On a lockdown, as he's going to see the Gemini, and he's taking some damage now from elsewhere. Smokes out towards the big window. It's a collapse onto the bomb site.
Yeah, the Wamai discs, I think, add up some of the utility there, and that didn't really work out too well for them. So they've had to now retreat back out of attic. They've wasted 2 of those Candelas.
SSG
Still have
最
some
近あんまり
utility
屋根裏割る
left,
チーム
though.
少ない
2
んだよね。
Candelas left and 2 nades for J90, which we need to try and hit their mark. I'm really surprised that they didn't go for the Harlem Canadian. Canadian's downstairs with a Jackal ping on him. He's trapped down there. Send 2 players. Go get him.
Even more Candelas ring out now, and here come the frag grenades from J90, but he thinks twice about it. Not going to go for Rice, and Rice will continue to persevere inside of dorms, playing on the bomb chassis and the attic rotate. And here comes Canadian on the flank towards the bottom of tower stairs. Gavini holding for the push in through the top of white as well. And around here for NJR on the A chassis inside a big window, trying to avoid the frag grenades. Immediate trade out there from the frag grenade.
ここからもう一回ここに入るのがきつい。アーシンが突破してくれた。
Save his life as Rice gets cut down inside.
またカナディアン間に合ってねえじゃん。
Just Canadian left on the flank, the man they ignored on the hunt.
いやそのリテイクバレてんだよ。
constantly cap firing away on defaults, dropping to him about 50 HP, but Ashen will go for the plant this time in a 3v1.
バレてんだよな。なんで同じやり方ずっとやっちゃったんだろう。
Nade on the NJ.
勝ち負け最近ないよ、カナディさん。頭冷やさなくてよくなったんじゃない？
Better that, which I imagine.
これ SSG 有利やな。
Space Station probably should have won at least one attack.
なんか今2回全部バルキリ出してさ、単独遊撃してさ、1キル拾ったけど結局現地壊滅してたらかなり間に合ってないじゃんね。あれもう素直に戻って現地厚くすればよかったの。微妙な作戦だったね。
Also like the addition of a Thorn, which is another good operator for basement. I think it helps if someone on the attack wants to late push. Having a trap operator does wonders for your side. Place it on freezer stairs, laundry stairs. As all of them, you know, the main push comes in towards pillar, in towards the back stairs, you get there's that little bit of SANQ that helps you out. So I do like that as an addition. And especially over a team like DZ, they do have their fair share of backstabbers, so you can certainly play that role. Yeah, it's a good pickup.
You see DarkZero in their first attacking around, very cognizant and very paranoid about the possibility of a roamer being tucked away on Oregon, but no such defender for Space Station that we've been able to identify. There's one member of J9O slightly pushing his way up the tower stairs from the basement as the pre-fire rings out from Gavini's G36. Forced to retreat there for the Space Station defender, and midway through the round here, J9O walks away completely 100 HP. And everyone for Space Station in a good spot. So a lot of time burn for DarkZero just to assess the situation and make sure that there's no one hiding for a potential flank. And now the attention turned back towards the bomb site here. A lot of utility at their disposal, but these mirror windows with no Hibana, no range which is going to be difficult to deal with.
ブラックミラーが重いね。
Smoke grenades from either Rice or Troy on the smoke bolts to be able to obscure the vision of the mirrors to allow your execute to be
いや
successful.
ーメイン階段一つ
I'm really surprised that they're going to try and attempt to attack the mirror with the lineup that you mentioned. They don't really have the greatest to go for it. They're going to try and blur the sight lines, it seems to be, with the smoke canisters. But nobody really wanting to push at the moment. Maybe waiting for phase 2, waiting for the second lot of utility to be dumped. The main thing now for SSG is just get your trades, get your refrags. That's the main thing. Fultz has a lot to do with smokes on the board. He needs to start picking up the kills, and he will start to do that, but he starts to get cooked alive inside of the closet.
Yeah, looks like he was able to pop in while he had the firebolt out. Does a lot of damage in return.
いやーここだってレート3人重ねちゃってて車線の厚みはあるけどクロスが組めない。壁によく突破したのそれ。ディフューザーどこ
No diffuser in hand here. I believe the diffuser was surrendered at the bottom of the laundry stairs. It was in the possession of Canadian. DarkZero having to re-grab that now, and there goes Gavini in the fray, and now as Rice reflects the diffuser, all his friends have met their maker, and just with 3 seconds ticking away on the clock now, Rice up against the punched-out mirror. There's nothing
ディ
left
フューザー落と
to
して
be
なか
done
ったら
here,
割った
and
ブラック
Space
ウェアの
Station
前で
will
プラント
win
で
it.
きたんじゃないかな。あれなんでピークしたんだろうディフューザー拾いに行ってる間に。
Is down.
そうですね SSG はマークが抜けてアシュンが入ってます。
Can be stretched down clear onto the west side of the building. Should they opt to go for that? He's starting out on an armory rappel. So DarkZero might not look to entertain this roam for Space Station downstairs.
Bit of the early drone work being done to see if they can get SSG into the strong positions, but nothing comes off at the moment. Again, DZ, we know they're a team that will play slow if they need to. And I think the pressure is on them, of course. Rob, we know that this team needs to get all these wins if they want to try and push themselves up and get that first
あ、そう
place.
そうそうスカーズあれ海外の人だったよねアナリスト素晴らしい
Good
よ
job of putting
ね
up a fight against them. These mirror windows obviously going to be the
まあなんか英語が喋れるからってことはないと思うけど
strong
知識を幅広く取ってくれそうなイメージ出るよね
stay up. And that lineup, again for DZ, doesn't look the greatest of dealing with it, Rob. I worry about how they're going to get in towards that attic.
Well, it looks like the Selmas were successful onto the games wall from inside a closet at the very least. But this window will persist momentarily. The EMP out, and there goes the last Selma. Will get shot off. A frag grenade comes in as well, but it only does about 40 damage to Jane. I know. Ashen will get the first one onto Pamba. Impact comes soaring up to the floor.
インパクト流星群。うわー、うまい。爆音で。いやー、連携うまいわ、SSG。今の見た？インパクトでさ、爆音取って、で、その間にフルーツが相手が割ったところから回り込んで仕留めに行ったっていう。だから音消してんだよね。二重の意味なんだよね。ダメージ与えてプレッシャーかけるっていう意味と、本命は音消して裏を取らせる。そうね、ダブル7M とは言わないから、ブラジルの2位、3位チームにちょっと勝ってほしいよな。4位チームでももちろんいいけど。
Fleeting moment of opportunity at the small tower door with a deployable setup as well to try and propel and prolong his excursion in towards dining, but it doesn't seem like DarkZero are going to get caught off guard by that anytime soon. And for DarkZero, trying to refocus their attention towards the top floors. That is one of the most important aspects of this attack towards meeting pitch.
Amber and Faults may get into a scuffle momentarily. Hammer knows he's there. A couple of shots, but oh, that's a good pick. Rice hitting almost a bit of a backstab. Main push coming in from that east side, and hopefully east players moving in from the west. His teammate up, so NGR is still alive.
でも今のところなんかダークゼロに不安要素しかねえな。
Open up that kitchen wall. So some good utility taken as well from Canadian. Eliminates the foreign gadget. That may give them an option just to walk in through split.
ああ、ショックドローン一旦無視。
Potentially, and I think he's hunting for Ashen's yokai drones. Ashen's
Don't
currently
keep
operating
saying
one of them. He gets off, and looks like he's got both deployed if they are both standing. The Canadian's able to get a lot of intel in towards meeting. Ashen, though, will whip out the berry and get one, but immediately turned out by Cavini. And here comes the impact.
うわ、いい車線の引き方。フルーツキレキレ。
Drops Cavini, levels the man count. Very slight health advantage towards the SSG as NJR is back to
パンちゃんが全然活躍できないね。
After his engagement with Jane, I know. Very spread attack
Punch and
remaining
break.
for DarkZero. Everyone in an individual angle. Canadian again will spot Forrest pushing his way in towards split. So everyone on DC is going to have to win their one here.
Yeah, that drone could be so crucial. It will give callouts to anyone inside of meeting. They'll let them know if Forrest moves from that position. Oh, what a pre-fire from Canadian. Has a suspicion of hot goals up in behind. We'll get that kill. And we'll just keep feeding information. They're going to know where Forrest is all the time. They know Forrest is left. And this should just be an execute here from DZ. And yes, it will be. Great information gathering from just these little drones in these places. And Forrest has to battle back.
リプランはすごいと思うわ。
Almost got the plant
お
down.
っと、ちょっとダークゼロ信じてもいいんじゃないかっていう気持ちになってきたぞ。 すぐに手のひらを返す男、どうもともぞうです。
That Yang, a combination of SSG worked with and worked pretty well also in the midst of that. Oh, an early pick for Gav.
情報すげえちゃんと取れてるね、さっきから。
I think had a very good game. He's done a lot of work for his side.
分かって当たれてるね。
Doing much work in this round. He takes an early rest. So DZ already with a first pick on the basement. That is very, very strong. I said SSG the last time they defended down here, they did the basics right. Losing a player from a roam game as early as that is a basic that should not, that shouldn't be happening. I think SSG now with losing that man, this is where DZ can get really creative about where they want to place their players. They can send someone down blue. They can send someone down tower stairs. They have options now of that extra man.
A similar problem here for DarkZero is they just don't have a whole lot to deal with these mirror windows. No Twitch, no smoke grenades at all this time in the lineup. We got 3 flashbangs, but I imagine Ashen on the Warden will be able to utilize his utility.
ちょっとパンちゃん頑張らんとだな。
flashbangs on the execute.
これ地下だよね。
Still a tough position here, and it looks like
ザ地下で恋愛になってるねこれ。ちょっとでもさ丁寧に行き過ぎじゃない？今ハッキングなんだしかも。
Defender cameras coming out here from Rice as well. That
ちょい丁寧に行き過ぎじゃないこれ。どう？あ、ハッチが落とせないのか。いやでもそっちいるしね。どうすんのこれ。ガベに手離して何か待ってんだけど。残り1分切りましたよ。どうすんのこれ。時間ないぞ。現地のガジェットほぼ壊してないもんね。ミラとカンデラか。カンデラきっかけなのかな。カンデラとカワンハイブきっかけなのかな。あ、これ廊下どかしたな。なんか狙ってるぞこれ。カンデラ入れて、でもビヒンシトいないのこれ確証できてる。またすごい変わったアプローチしてる。レイトに4人突っ込んでるぞ。うわうわ、蜂がすごい、蜂がすごい。うわすごい、ちゃんと詰めてる。これプラントいけるのよ。いやこれでも冷凍からの録画効いてるからこれ以上前に行けないの。なるほどね。これセット持ってきたね。多分現地の情報を取ってたんだな。分かった。何をやったか分かったぞ。あのさ、ハッチ割ります、そこからドローン回して現地の情報を取りますだと、ドローンの周りとそのどこからセットに最終的に来そうなのかバレるから、ハッチ割らずに先に現地の情報を取れるだけ取って、で必要最低限なハッチ割って、じゃあ必要なハッチ割って、でそうすると的絞れないじゃん。まあその間に動かれてるってリスクあるんだけど、そこは多分もう一回ちゃんとドローン入れたんだろうな。最低限必要なところだけで、相手の配置見てレートとメイン階段でいけるぞっつって。おもろいセットだった。ライス君はちょっといまいち良さがわからない。
Very easy just to turtle. Oh my goodness, Ashen, what were you thinking?
今多分カメラ見てる確証があって飛び出したと思うんだけど、おかわりあるよ。フォレストならおかわりあるよ。フォレストならおかわりあるよ。
Just waiting for it, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Gavini waiting.
フォレストおかわりなかったです。そう、8割とドローンの流しの順序変えたんだよ。ちょっとリスクはあるんだけど、やり方としては。情報が腐っちゃうってリスクがあるんだけど、多分そういう感じだったんじゃないかなと思うけどね。なんか変な停滞だったんだよ。何してんだろう。こっちも割らないし、エリアも取りに行かないし。あれこれ2回からクリアリングもう終わってないのかみたいな感じだったんだよな。フォレストひよっちゃった。かわいそう。言い方がかわいそう。慎重に言ったと言ってあげて。フォレストも大人になったと言ってあげて。あれ？少し待って。今回バンカー攻めだね。でもこのフルーツの位置が分かってるかどうか。上のハチも取れてないじゃん。
through that hatch as best as he can, but really the pressure's on Fultz. If they get into sight and get past
これ上もうロックでもうこれあれだな。いかねえなこの以上。回避ホール取らないな。まあさらに上のフォレスの車線もあるから。でメイン階段は今潰してくれたから。ここでフォレスいる。これでもさ出たらバレるよね。位置確定するよ。いやフォレストそんなことやってる場合じゃなくね。そうなのよ、ここにフォーカスしてんのよ。あでもディフューザー落とされてる。いやでもメイン階段が制圧できてるから、メイン階段から戻ることはほぼできないから、ロックは完成してる。あーレート分かってない。うまいわこれダークゼロ。すごい考え込まれてる。うまっ、おもろいこれ。ダークゼロおもろいことやってる。
attacking rounds in a row and put themselves on that point.
And that was the worry.
面白いこれ。
The site is gone. You have to then retake that basement and it's not easy.
今結局最終的にはビッグタワー攻めなんだよね。
Has to do better in that scenario. What impact did he really have in that round?
まあまあでもやっぱりブルーバンカー2枚閉めて上で当たろうっていうことに対して まあうまくすかされたっていうのが一番の答えかなっていう気がする。まあやっちまった SSG というよりはやっちまったフォレストだな。あれはもう会議ホールに来ないことを読んでメイン階段側を誰だっけ、ホッタンコールだっけ、誰かバリケード閉めたじゃん。メイン階段側が使えるっていう確証があったからあっち側から戻るべきだったんだよね、会議ホール経由で。まあ一瞬だけ正面の車線にさらされるからあれだけど、そこさえ抜けれれば戻れるから現地じゃねっていう風に判断して厚く守るべきだったね。うわこれでも面白いわ。DarkZeroよくこんなの考えつくな。戦術のアップデートあるかもしれんぞこれ。停滞してたオレゴンに。あれいけんじゃないオレゴンもうちょっとってみんな思うかもしれない。まあ地下しんどいけど。
The weather's going to be like, we'll get things moved around. You know, we got that big TV screen for you know, we got use it for something. We can use it for the weather, of course. So, could be interesting.
いやでも3ポイント欲しいよDarkZeroは。2位に1位に上がれる可能性もあるのか。前回も最終日でなんか2位かなんか滑り込んでたからDarkZero。本当スロースターターなんだよ。
Yeah, I think that's really the difference maker here is that DarkZero, they got to keep going to Space Station. Honestly, their group stage is done. Kendall is used to try and push their way in towards meeting here. Pamba into toward
パンちゃんが鍵を握るね、カンデラ。
aggression coming out from Space Station.
でも未来いなくなったんだったらちょっとやりやすいかもしれない。うわ、罠多めだ。これどっから来るか分かんないんだ、SSG。アルニとソーンとメルシー入れてるのはそれが理由だわ。これどっから来るか分かんないからタイミングをずらしたいんだ。
That's even easier if you think about it for DZ, not having to deal with the mirror windows. You can throw those Candelas, you know, deep in towards highway. Still, you can get them in towards closet. Not having the mirror, I think it's a big blunder for SSG. Sure, it didn't work out for you last time.
これね、マジでミラーがないからもう一回やるんじゃないかな、冷凍攻め。冷凍正面攻め。
Slight worry for SSG, but obviously they've valued operators.
グラバの働きにもよるけど。
on this site a little bit more. Lucy is going to be pretty strong for that initial push in.
でもローデン冷凍に置いてるから。ローデン外したいよね。それが分かってパンバがこれブルバンガに向かってるんだったら結構秀逸だな。マルヤンさんフォローありがとうございます。あれこれなんかさ SSG がやってたアプローチじゃない？バウンドさせてさボイラー側に対して8択にこれ30。いやでもこれカワーハイブでさ、そうカンテラ投げられる余波を作るんだよ。ちょっとタイミングずれた。あらこれはザ来ました。ザオレゴン地下。今のは結構いろいろやったから普通の卓取ったね。さすがのDarkZeroももう一回同じ奇策を取る勇気はなかった。DarkZero攻撃かしんどいね、オーバータイムになると。3-3は素晴らしいと思うけど、お互いに3本ちゃんと攻撃取っていい分取り返してオーバータイムを。カナディアンブラバ好きそう。ちなみにソリスも大好きです。カナディアン。
DZ looking to utilize that Bravo drone, Canadian, locking down some of the cameras. SSG a little more aggressive, you know, the addition of the Oryx, you would expect some retake opportunities for them. There is, of course, the hatch that is certainly something that Hot and Cold can think about jumping up through in towards kids if needed. He will be using his Oryx at the moment inside of meeting. You can certainly get the leg stretch, roam around downstairs, staircases to use. And DZ, once again, pretty slow in their approach. DZ and their attack for top floor. Obviously, slow is kind of generic of what we're used to seeing, but I think the kind of win percentage of teams bringing, you know, the fast pushes have worked out a lot better. Hot and Cold caught sleeping at the wheel. He goes down. Forrest all by himself on the Mid floor now. And Pamba just he walked in. There was nobody there.
No. There goes the re-aggression though from
カバーで
Forrest
きないけど
straight
情
out
報は
Pamba.
取れた
Now
から
Rice trying to get involved in the engagement as he has punched out this mirror inside of kitchen towards dining, but Gavini here getting aggressed upon by 3 members of Space Station's defense. The frag grenade go in towards the 90 and it will collect Ashen.
ナイスフラグすぎる
Tough positioning there for the rookie. Now the retreat
崩しきれてない
back through security all the way through the depths of the kitchen.
あ、まあそうだね。上の手動がプレッシャーかけられれば NGR カナディアンしかいないけど上2人で十分押せるのこのフォレストの裏取りが間に合わないタイミングでいければああ、フルツがエリア広げ直したなああいう打ちだなこれうわ、分かってたちゃんと見てたね以上分かったこれはね NGR ピークに行っちゃダメなのよカナディアンのプラント待たないとダメよく通したね今ハッキングのカメラで多分見れてたと思うんだよなかドローンかなハッキングのカメラあれ動いてなかったっけ固定カメラ階段カナディアンしかもスーパーショートに切り替えてぶち抜いてたぞうまいねフォレストがあれだな機能してないな IGL としてチームを支えてるのかもしんないけどねまあでも今のもカナディアンと同じような動きになってるちょっと似てるフォレストとカナディアンいやーこれきついぞみんな見てくれ残り2分15秒でドローン3つしか残ってないこれはきちいしかも地下だよ地下一番角が多い地下に対してこれ早く引きたいねあー今カンデラ投げてくれたからあでも画面にが引ききれんかった
Hot and cold eliminates Gav, a big player off the board. SSG take an early lead.
The Canadian was roaming there with Gavini and he was able to escape
ドローンがなさすぎるこれは 4v5 でもだいぶ有利だぞダークゼロフォレストのブリッツにかかってる気がだいぶするな
Forrest again will absorb some damage due to his shield being bulletproof. He'll have to crouch to protect his shins, though. All important positioning here for the Blitz and for Forrest. Try and push his way into the bomb site without getting cut down from a crossfire. Space Station a man down, DarkZero a man down, trying to repel the aggression from Space Station in towards the bomb site. You see these SSG attackers. They did have the Blitz at the bottom of the first stairs, but instead everyone for Space Station circling, taking their own angle of engagement.
これ多分カワンハイブを入れてEMP で多分投げ物マグネットとか ADS とかしてないんだよなウォーデンが変な位置でスマートグラス焚いてない限り EMP 食らわねえながっつり見られてるJ9O が突破してくれあー背中まああれはクリアリングできないよおお攻撃通したね J9O がこじ開けた感はだいぶあったけどなこれでまたダークゼロもう一本やんないといけなくなった地下And
they were trying to use the Captain position to kill the man inside a closet, but it didn't work out too well for Canadian. As he swung, he got killed by, I think it was Fultz in the Warden, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was. So that's the only thing he needs to be careful about. But I think certainly bringing the Captain, that just screams that they're going to try and go for the front take.
Yeah, this really should be a repeat, a replica of what we've seen be so successful here for DarkZero. Like you said, it does look like we're shaping up to go for a front take here, but again, DarkZero, very wary, very cautious of any potential roam or any potential flank coming out from Space Station, as both times they were successful in attacking this bomb site, they were afforded the opening pick onto a member of Space
今回ブラバ
Station
いない
who
んだ。
ventured away from the bomb site. So DarkZero looking for that win condition on the round as well, as there is some push up the tower stairs once again from Jane. I know he's flirted with the idea of pushing away all the way up the tower stairs, but never quite gotten that far. And again, Free Fires will push him back towards the bomb site to join the rest of the team. DarkZero again corralling everyone on SSG, making sure they're pushed back into the bomb site.
状況的にはなんか普通の攻めに見えるけど。
Again, that collapse towards the front seems to be shaping up well here for DarkZero. They lost a man, but they haven't picked up the opening pick either.
これは釣りだろ。こうで動かしたいみたいな感じだよな。でもリソースはだいぶ冷凍とメインカイドに集まってる。
We'll make that opening in that freezer wall, utilizing the Retero drone. Becomes more of the regular drone. Just having that angle open, it means that the player inside of Laundry feels
今回が一番ゆとり持ってやれてる
to
感じする。
somebody just immediately dropping in towards freezer and getting that kill. Looks to be a bit of a split push actually happening here, Rob, where DZ are going to try and drop everywhere and put the pressure on all different angles for SSG. However, they do not have control of blue door. There's nobody pushing towards blue door, so it does free up SSG just a little bit to hold players such as Pamba. But realistically, the main push is going to come in with
いつものオレゴンになってきたぞ。残り30秒。いつものオレゴンっぽく見えるぞ。
The real fight always though happens
ここタクティカルクロスボウだね。一つも使ってない。これきっかけだね。でもウォーデンいるぞ。どうすんだ
Canadians alone at the bottom of Laundry stairs, and there goes the diffuser. Force wins out again, able to see through the smoke, and it's another flawless sweep there for Space Station Gaming.
いつものオレゴンだったわ。
Come away, Forrest laughing it up in the chat, actually celebrating with a picture of Mango, and it's Space Station.
いつものオレゴンでした。でも3ポイント取ればまだいけるんだ。なるほど。で、5位まで SSG が上がってきたと。じゃあ最終戦いきます。これ結構重要な一戦になったね、最後。溜まってる感じですね。
Oregon is a little bit more linear in what you have to do. I think Bank gives you a couple more options, a couple more entry points already. He starts to get hot and messy in the open area. Misses out on one kill. He doesn't know who to look at.
Oh!
Finally will get served. My goodness, Rob.
だいぶ危かったよ今の。
A shaky start for Pamba.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you're very thankful that they don't ask how.
They ask how
many, as Panda was able to collect the kill eventually. Canadians well, tagging in, so it's a 5v3 advantage early for DarkZero here. Worried about spirits up above who had impacted the floor and lone off.
いやこれ2回エリア広げたとってたね。NGR が捕まえに行ったな。一番好きなマップはどこですか？競技シーンマップだと今どこかな？今の競技シーンマップだとどこなんだろうな。
But we might be seeing a Pamba party time now. Second kill on the round. Canadian will start dispatching these Goyo canisters.
もともとビラが好きだったんですよ。ビラ競技シーンで上がっちゃったから。
It is a party time. It's Spirits trying to jump off the top.
あれれれれれれ。
もう
スプリッツしかいね。
He takes more damage than he deals onto Rice.
これはしょうがない。これはしょうがない。
Rice to clean it up a flawless
これはしょうがなし。
to start things off for DarkZero.
今の競技シーンのマップで一番好きなマップはないかな。どれも一緒って感じ。まあオレゴンはクソ嫌いだね最近。マジでもう攻撃できんわあれ。まあソロとかだったらワンチャンかな。
Early odds makers would have had it as a slight favorite towards DarkZero heading into the matchup, especially with Pamba now picking in. Canadian now hopping onto a Montaigne. This could get ugly in a hurry.
Yeah, Monty is a big issue on a map like Bank, especially for open area where you can essentially just walk into the site and plant behind the bomb. You can't really stop him. It's very, very difficult. Sure, you're going to try and bring C4s and smoke to stop it, but it's only just a matter of time before you run out of all that utility.
やっぱね、ダークゼロセット好きなのよ。あれこれ誰も見てねえぞ。あれこれあれカナさんカナさんそれスモーク焚いていけなくね？それスモーク焚いていけんじゃない？いけるよね。あらららららららこれ止めてないぞ。スモークが来てない。まずいですよまずいですよどうしたワイルドカードこれでも6完成してるぞ
There goes Packer, the first one to fall somehow as a plant
しかもカナディアンここでもうほぼ無敵状態で情報取れっからな。いやこれ、いやしかもスモーク落とされた、まずい。唯一カナディアンの位置動かせるのスモークしかいなかったのに、ニトロ飛んできてもこれダメージ減るけどさって感じだもんな。あれれれれれ。
And those are the only things left on the board left. There goes one. It barely does anything to Canadian. It'll be one for the Roni on Mark to grab Rice. And now Gavin has been downed as well. But traded out is now down to a 1v2. But he's still standing here. So Mark with no time on the board. It is impossible. After Canadian will do a little dance in celebration. Trade out, loses his mind into the face. And DarkZero will take a 2-0 lead.
カナディアンがふざけてるよ。マーク初めてカメラついてるじゃん。なんで今日一番回線が劣悪な日にお前カメラ復帰したんだよ。カメラ届いたのか。これちょっと情報系オペレーター入れないときついぞ。ワイルドカード。何しようとしてんだこれ。
Need to find their feet quickly. It's easy. Bringing the hurt again with this Ying and make a lot of damage.
当てる当てる。いやこれダメだよ。パンチャーやられちゃダメだよ。いいんだから。戦術核よこれ。
But thinking twice takes quite a lot of damage and now rotates away the rest of his team. So DZ slowing down the pace just a little bit more. Obviously having to deal with these open area players is the big issue for them. I do like the position that Spirits is in. Playing that solo is just giving that information, seeing if he can spot something on cameras. Pamba's been down.
ドローンが入る前に
trying to get the Candelas tossed in towards open area.
パンちゃんカンデラ構えしてた。
Revives that utility, doesn't go to waste. But Wildcard looking in better shape. They haven't lost early control of open area. And DZ, realistically, Rob, they're not even in the building. They're like just outside.
削り取れれば。
Yeah, it sure looked like DarkZero had ideas of being able to just walk their way down blue stairs, but Mark's putting up a decent fight there. Now it's Adam and Surf inside of open area and small office in open as well.
すごいじっくりいってるね。
Dissuade anyone from DarkZero from working their way into the building.
またスピリッツ上にいるよ。
Solus. He's gonna miss the crouch walk in.
2回クリアリングできてないんじゃないか。
Right underneath him. People will give him the indication, and here comes Spirits in the vault, but not for Rice. Will get one onto Adam and turning his attention back towards Spirits in the main lobby. Impacts the wall to open up two angles of opportunity. Going around Rosie to the desk. Rice collects them both. So again, this roam for Wildcard dismantled by DarkZero.
I don't know how Rice has got 2 kills, let alone 1 kill. He should have been dead as soon as the beepers went off, but it wasn't the case. Merc was on blue stairs earlier, rotated towards main stairs, but because he has left his position, it gives DZ access to server. It allows him to get where they want to, and that is to start looking for that aggress in towards the site. There is still those hatches to deal with. They're not sure if anyone from Wildcard is still up in open area. We can see that there's not. DZ don't know that. What a shot from Gav. Merc was holding the sliver.
ガベちゃんそれ強すぎだろ。
Pre-fires perfectly.
いやでもこのミラが
And Wildcard, I thought it was looking good, Rob. A good shake.
ニトロ投げづらいんだよな、
But no, it's gone.
このねミラね車線は強いんだけど、あれだね、ニトロ投げづらい。あ、受けた。これちょっと五分だ。うわ、ナイスカバー。ちょっと頭の上だった。危なかったね、今。紙一重。でも上の遊撃ちゃんと警戒できてたね。ライスのところが結構ポイントだったね。あ、ジャッキーさんこんばんはいらっしゃい。ザ・黒猫マスターさんフォローありがとうございます。結構スピリッツを落とせたところがターニングポイントだったな。あれでかなり時間かかってたんだけど、エリア取りに1回2回の2枚削れたことでエリアの掌握と現地の枚数を一気に削減できたから、あれ時短になるんだよね。
He's one of the Hall of Famers. Well, whenever he retires, he will get into that Hall of Fame. But well, if he wants to retire again, there was that period where he folds Rob. But you know, he's been around for so long. We know everything he's thinking. We know the way he operates. He's the only player to be able to take 3 different teams to a championship.
シージ理解するの難しい。まあ確かに複雑なのを認めるんですけど。 まあそれはどこまで興味あるかじゃないですかね。どこまでその物事を見たいかかなっていう気がする。だって将棋も麻雀もめっちゃ突き詰めたら難しいじゃん。構造がシンプルだからっていうのはあるけど、でも本当にさプロがやってることを理解しようとすればさ、藤井名人、藤井竜王とかの理解しようとしたらさ、バチクソむずいじゃん。勝つんかーいパンちゃんが乗ってきたよ。パーティータイム始まったよ。あとね、ワイルドカードあんまりこのモンタージュ戦術が苦手だと思う。ほらパーティータイム始まったよ。フラインが言ってるよ。渋い声でバンバーパーティータイムって言ってる。
overbearing presence of Canadian on the Montaigne pushing up the stock hallway. Packer will get one on the fadeaway as well onto Rice, but health advantage on the side of DarkZero. Man, DarkZero. Packer's the lone man on the objective as Adam is still over.
完全に戦術で圧倒し始めてるからね。カナディアン前で書いてたぞ。
This is again a round where it's just not quite there for WildCard. It seems like DarkZero.
これでもミスったら 3v2 だからな。まだわからん。
And try and go for Teller's plant here.
確かに時間はありますが。
Very difficult for the members of WildCard remaining to be able to quell. This is looking dangerous.
削られちゃったからカナディアンの後ろがいないんだよね。で、突き先が今パンチャーしかいないから。すごい嫌がらせすぎる。黒い3連星みたいな。あ、エレベーター前確認したな。うわー、パンバゾーの爪がノータイムス。おお、あれ、妖怪ドローンで情報取れてたのか。それでも勝ってしまう。ちょっとダークゼロ強すぎじゃないこれ。さっきのオレゴンの戦術も良かったんだよな。そうだから SSG もダークゼロも罪はねえんだよ。さっきのオレゴンはマジでオレゴンっていうマップがもう限界なんだよ。あれ地下がね。いやでもすごいよな。カナディアンが一番さオペレーターピック現くてさ戦術の幅広げてるっていうこの面白さ。現地の情報を結構積極的にカナディアン取りに行ったな。ミラの位置ミラがあるかどうか確認してた。
Over towards Checkers, the lone man who's supposed to hold this out, Pamba. Boy, we gave him some grief after Oregon, and he has turned things up to 11.
He has. He's stretched his legs. He's been able to get in there, and in comes the Candelas. Is he going to go for the jump? And yes, he will. Gumine will hit him in the foot, though. Stops him momentarily, but the Yings still are going off. And Packer, do you know that there's a...
これニトロがあると、うわー、ニトロ関係なく前に行った。
Past it and pick up Packer nonetheless. Another Candela. Look at the ground that Pampa has gained for his side.
おい FPS だ、これで FPS だぞみんな。でもエリア取ってないんだよなこの後。クソ揺さぶってんだけど。これ多分違う方向から攻めるだろう。これ荒らさせて、ああこれさパンちゃん現地強襲させて、で相手の戻りを引きロックをスクエア側で抑えるような感じだと思うわ。だからそれにあんまり乗らなかったから、これリプランだね。どうすんだこれ。ハードブリッジングチャージもないんだよな。セルマがあるからスクエア割ったんじゃないかな。そうだね、スクエア割って、まあこれ作り直しだな。まさに作り直しだな。でもお前スピリッツはもうコピー室のまずあんだけプレッシャーかけられたから見るしかないんだよ。これ上取り返しに行った。いやー先に2人で挟んだ。でもこれプランター飛ばさればそうだね、プランターに下がってる。あーでも一番遠い。見てるー。情報取れすぎだろダークゼロ。うまい、すごいうまい。5-0。
Like you said, it was a good fight back there from Spirits and Merc.
うまいね。今のやっぱりなんか本当に揺さぶりがうまい。パンバゾーあれマジでさ、バックアップするから突っ込んできて1キル取ってきてみたいな多分戦術だと思う。だって他の人コピースト窓が誰も入らなかったじゃん。普通あれさちょっとラッシュ気味に見えるからさ詰めると思うんだけど、そうじゃなくて本当はパンバゾーが現地荒らしてるもうちょっと相手がスクエア側とか別のところで引いたところで6キル取りたかったんだけど、ちゃんとそれが叶わなかった時の保険がかかってた。プラン B がちゃんとあったわ。パンパーティータイム。12の2です。
At this moment, averaging 2 kills around, an unreal performance in stark contrast to what we saw from Oregon. And now for Surf, I think he's got to start debating bailing out. Spirits was also lone office. He is still in lone office. This gets misdroned by DarkZero. Spirits has a flank of Dreams opportunity. But I think Rice just droned him out, and now I think Spirits has to fight his way back towards the elevator all the way down. WildCard trying anything and everything available.
もう2枚削られたのか。しかもウォーデンが落ちた。
Yeah, this is where they're trying to.
地下でウォーデンなしはちょっときついですね。
It's desperate. It
まあでも
just
3個しかないのが
stinks of it right now for WildCard.
結構あれだよね、当たるよね。
Look at this.
あれれれれれれれれれれ動かされすぎ、もう手に取るように手に取るようにまずいですよ、まずいですよ、いろんなとこから車線がやばいやばいやばい。パッカー魂のリテイクだったのに。
Surf gets one back, but realistically, Rob, what's that going to do on the impact round?
多分ね、一人いるぞってオーダー入ってたと思うんだけどな。残り1分。ドローン3つか。ああ、でもこれでリーチ確定したからドローン回す必要なくなったな。ロッカーだってことは分かってるから。
A flawless half, a 6-0. Here come the Candelas from the Canadian, all pouring down. Seems like a bunch of DZ attackers at least hit some goo mines there, so some utility getting some work done.
これ詰めずに音消して、いや詰めすぎない、うまい、うまい、プラント先に通した。 うまい。
The super shorty comes out in desperation. He's got to reload everything now, going head to head with a skeleton key, stuck in a corner like a rat in a maze with nowhere to go, four to find. You still got the super shorty out, and Merc is honestly sick of it now. It's at least down one, but Surf will be unable to get that one back. It's a 6-0 half. DarkZero in the driver's seat on match point, looking to claim that second seed in style.
ワイルドカードは決して弱くないよ。基礎はマジですげえ高いと思う、ベースは。ただマジでダークゼロが揺さぶりがうますぎるっていうか、チームとしての仕上がりがここに来て NA チームはうなぎ登りにいいね。
Just a bit of letdown for WildCard today.
6-0かよ。
Like you said, playoffs looming. It was the opportunity here if you were able
まさか
to
の
win against DarkZero
上位
in any
2位をかけた
fashion.
戦いが
You're going to be able to
こんな
skip
展開にな
tomorrow's
ると
games
は。
and wait until
まあでもワイルドカードはさ、そろそろあれなんだよ。
trying to imitate what they saw from DarkZero. They will be
これはいい詰
successful
め
in
じゃない。
grabbing NJR. So there was the smoke. Then a little bit of damage. But
そろそろ戦術のあれが切れてくるタイミングだな。あ、そうだ、スパイスのモンターンが意外にあった。
chased the member on Blue Stairs Canadian all the way back up. Oh, this is looking pretty good for the Montaigne pusher for WildCard to at least get one on the board.
Hopefully they can just walk down, and Merc is in the site, and not a single person knows that Merc is there. Will get defragged by Gav, but the damage has been done. They've eliminated the Doyle, and the smoke is gone. The Monty now just comes into the element. Canadian, he gets eliminated, and yeah, looks as if WildCard is not going to be the clean sweep for DZ that they would have wanted. Unless this man can have a party of his own right now, and the swing and it's like DMR, but will find one drops in. Will try and take the 1v1 against the Monty, who tries to get the pistol kill on the Pamba, who now rotates away toward main stairs. Know that they still have that Lion to deal with. Creeps up towards the main stairs. Here's the beeper goes off. Will know that Lion has rotated in towards open area. But never mind, Surf is playing games with him. He's rotated all the way in towards Tellers. Play off the Monty, use that information. Knows that Pamba will drop, tries to get the 2 mines in. But it's only a matter of time before Surf comes in and sweeps up the final kill. Diffuser slowly ticking out of sight for Pamba. Spirits trying to get his kill, but instead will feed Pamba even more so. Does not have enough time to stick that. 2 mine goes off, and there goes the kill.
common to them as well. So success.
More of their utility.
ワイルドカード攻撃うまいよね。ワイルドカード攻撃うまいチームなんだよ。
loose
攻撃
in
のチー
top
ムだと
floor.
思う。
Should a couple of drones fall back early on into open area where they'll have the majority of their offsite presence. Oh my goodness.
Well, there goes Merc. Start things off.
マーク落ちちゃダメじゃねそれ。
Disgusting, filthy shot there.
フラグなくなっちゃったよ。
The lobby repel. This will be Adam trying to open up the elevator as well. Monte's already made his way up, but another one picked off by Rice. Doing some damage here on the spirits, but the hipfire will only get one as Pamba joins in with the super shorty. And now it's all falling apart here for WildCard. Torn to pieces the top of Marble Stairs. It's just circle alone. He's inside a CEO trying to push his way through Banana. And hits yet another goo mine trying to pull that out. Pamba will try and swing.
完全にパンちゃん分かった。パンバパーティータイムエグすぎる。引くんだ。偉すぎ。偉すぎだろそれ。最後パンちゃん。
It's DarkZero to collect the number 2 seed after group stage. A beautiful performance from DarkZero with a 7-1
Beautiful performanceだったね。
victory over WildCard.
すげえなこれ。
With all that being said, that is the end.
最後にこのパフォーマンスで仕上げてくるね。パンちゃんさっきオレゴンでマジでチンチンだったのに。すげえわ。結局ワンツーフィニッシュこれねシーズン1と同じなんだよ。まあ順位は確かダークゼロの方が1位だったかな。でも結局上位2チームは M80 とダークゼロっていうのはこれ変わらずです。ステージ1と。で3位がオキシゲン、4位ワイルドカード4位止まり。オキシゲンも結局3位確保できたんだ。で SSG とソニックスなんでオキシゲンとソニックスかな。ワイルドカードと SSG がノックアウトステージで激突で、ミラージュとルミノシティゲーミング悪くなかったんだけどね。もうちょっとポイント重ねられるかと思ったけどちょっと引き離されちゃったね。というわけでソニックスやっぱりオキシゲン、 SSG とワイルドカードで、ソニックスとオキシゲンは勝てばダークゼロ、 SSG とワイルドカードは勝てば M80 なので、まあちょっとワイルドカード M80 引いちゃったんで厳しくなりましたかね。ソニックスオキシゲンまあチャンスはあるか。まあでもちょっとダークゼロは組みしやすしって感じになった気がするけどな。ダークゼロってさどこに負けてんだっけ。 M80 に負けた。で決勝でしか当たらない。オキシゲン快勝、ビーストコースはいいとして、ソニックスに延長負けしてんな。この辺りからソニックスエンジンかかってきたもんな。そうこの日だな。この日エンジンかかってきた日だったから、ちょっとソニックス来るとダークゼロわかんないねぶっちゃけ。はいということで皆様ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。とりあえず今日の配信追いつきました。明日朝見たいと思うんですけど、起きた時には BO3 なんでまだ終わってない気がすんだよな。4時スタートに仮に4マップだった場合は9時半とか10時前から見始めたら終わってる可能性はあるよね。でも6マップだから9時ぐらいから見始めないと午後の仕事いけねえな。はいというわけで皆さんご視聴ありがとうございました。次回の配信でお会いしましょう。ありがとうございました。お疲れ様です。